All right, welcome in once again, Lings and Queens, Medics and Marines. More, it's GoSu.com action. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by it's GoSu.com. Red Mage, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, AC. Cannot wait for yet another evening of It's GoSu StarCraft 2 action. This is going to be unbelievable. We're right into our Alpha Divisional tournament. This is fantastic. We're going to be setting up with some of the, the mid-leaguers right now, but they're still on their way to being the GoSus of tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. How about you, AC? How's things looking on your end?
Always happy. Lots of good news. Lots of news up on itsgosu.com. Make sure you check out itsgosu.com for all your news updates concerning StarCraft 2 nationally and internationally. And as you mentioned, IG Alpha Divisional action. Gold and Platinum players going to be duking it out this evening for that first prize of 1 hour of professional coaching with Revolution of Team Revoki, a Master, Grandmaster level player. And really just an all-around good guy. And I know you've worked with him. He's done a lot of good for you. And we've gotten a lot of positive reports back from our past competitors who have managed to lock down that 1 hour of free coaching. So really excited to see these guys go to work. We're going to have Chloe Thing and Fox duking it out at ZVZ in this very first round here at the IG Alpha Divisional, brought to you by itsgosu.com, and of course brought to you by our sponsors, Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and a brand new sponsor. All right, hang on, this is a mouthful. Sanyamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. Make sure you check them out at sanyamabushi-goju.com. I got through it without a single stutter. I'm quite happy with myself.
I'm really impressed by that. I really thought you were going to trip on that the first time out, but fantastic.
Just got to read fast, man. Just got to read fast. But as we mentioned, we got Glowy Thinging and going to be taking on Fox. And kind of bizarre trying to get this set up. Both guys rocking the pro portrait, but looks like they're going to be rolling with Zerg. So we're going to be heading into our first round of 32 action here. And, of course, welcome in, by the way, to the stream. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR. You're joining our 2011 Tournament Series, $1,500 in cash and prizes. And actually, that's about to be increased. Red Mage and I are going to be bringing you more info on that, but we're actually going to be giving away $1,000 worth of extra prizes to people who join us in our stream in the next week. So really, really looking forward to that. We'll be bringing you all the details of how you and your friends can get in and win those prizes. And why don't you tell them a little bit about what we're going to be giving away here, Red Mage?
You're absolutely right about that, AC, but we'll probably have to wait till the next game because we just jumped in. Our players were ready to go right then and there, but I guess we'll use the first minute or so to really get into what we're giving away. We're actually going to be giving away some of the limited edition packs that were for sale at the from Magic the Gathering, the Planeswalker series. They were only available at the 2010 New York comic book convention last year. So that's it's going to be pretty slick. They've got some really cool cards in there. I haven't played Magic in decades.
Oh yeah,
it's been decades for me. So, but for those in the know that really know a lot about Magic, these are some prime real estate cards. Some of them are on the heavy tournament decks. So if you're definitely interested in those, definitely keep track of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting the rules up. We were hoping to get them up last night, but we're trying to get some more cool things to go along with them. So hopefully we'll get all that stuff lined up within the next couple of days. We're going to start giving them out next week. So let all your friends know that starting on Sunday with the King of the Hill tournament, we're going to start giving them away not only on Justin TV in the stream, but we're also going to be giving them away via our Twitter and our Facebook page. So tell everybody to go through. Just go to Facebook. Type in, search for It's GoSu. We're right up there at the top, and of course, hit up our Twitter. It's the same way. You can also go to itsgosu.com. We have all three of the little buttons right there. You can also follow us on YouTube if you want to, and that way you can you get it all in one foul swoop. You can get it all done. So that's kind of the way we like to do it. We like to make it a lot easier because, of course, esports is for everybody, and sometimes people like me, we're a little slow. So it just takes us a little bit more time to get in there. But and also tonight you'll notice that we have changed up our map pool. I wouldn't say considerably, but And
well, it's pretty. I would say it's pretty unique change. I mean, we got rid of the most maligned map in the pool, Crossfire, no longer around. We got rid of a map that we were sad to see go, but we thought maybe its time was done. It's GSL Crevasse, no longer part of our map pool. So starting out in this action here, we're actually in the round of 16, a best of 3 between Glowy Thing and Fox's EVZ here on one of the new maps, Belshire Beach, a map I'm going to wager most people aren't going to be that super familiar with. It was just released by GOM for the GSTL that's going on right now. Make sure you check that out. So much good action, and really already a lot of good action out of that. But speaking of good action, let's take a little look at what our players are doing. We see Fox, who spawned in that top left position here. This is a two-player map, by the way, for those who are just getting acquainted with it. And there's only two spawn positions, top left and bottom right. Fox did spawn there, now getting his hatchery up after his pool, so his gas up as well. And the same thing pretty much out of Glowy Thing. Looks like he's got his spawning pool and his gas up, but no hatchery. So a little bit of Zergling action trying to target down this scout probe. And it looks like Glowy Thing might actually be looking to put on a little pressure here early.
That's exactly what it looks like. And, this, Belshir Beach, as soon as it popped up, on the World Wide Web, on the intranet, if you will, it is absolutely drawn a lot of attention because it is far different than any of the other maps. It's actually pretty looking. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to play on, and I really I was sad to see my favorite map, Crevasse, go, but Belshir Beach is definitely becoming one of my personal favorite maps. But you can see right here, Glowy Thing is going to start to move in. He's going to try to put on a little bit of pressure with those four other Zerglings right there, but they're going to try to move back to the creep. Right now, you can see he's trying to take out that newly spawned hatchery, but I don't think that's going to be short-lived with those four little Zerglings that are chasing it away. But whenever you can come in, get a little strike point going in there, that you're going to force your Zerg opponent to start sacrificing drones and start making offensive defensive units. So that's always a good thing to do with any Zerg. Whether it be ZVZ or TVZ or PVZ, that kind of thing, because it's just, that's something that you got to do. That's something I got to remember to really write down in my little StarCraft book there, because I keep forgetting to do that. And next thing I know, I'm at a 200 army,
right,
getting murdered.
Oh yeah, Zerg, it's the biggest thing in the world. You got to keep the pressure on. All a Zerg player wants, no matter the matchup, is a chance to sit back and macro up. And if you give him that, chances are he's going to actually come back and bite you pretty hard in the mid game, because he got his droning out of the way early and was able to then go up and just mass make units for a solid 2 minutes and jump from 60 supply to 170 supply. So anyway, a little bit of Zergling back and forth here. It doesn't look like either player is willing to commit. And Fox seems to have a pretty convincing Zergling lead at this point, so he's actually using that Queen to target down this Overlord. This would actually be a pretty considerable loss for Glowy Thing at this point in the game. To lose an Overlord this early hurts so much, sets the entire build back. But we do see these Zerglings moving in now and well outnumbering the Zerglings here of Glowy Thing. So one Roach there, and now the Queen wobbling her ass out, going to try and do something to deal with this. But Fox, I like that he's not overcommitting here. He's dancing back and forth. He's trying to get a good surround and get the right attack position. Looks like he's found it, so going to go to work now on the Zerglings. The Roach is now going to be moving in to reinforce. But as more and more of these are on the way, I see no Zergling speed out of Zergling speed is done for Fox, I should say. So I was going to say, I don't for Glowy Thing is finished, or no, Fox, did Glowy Thing get his speed? That's the question I was going to ask.
Yes, he did get. Okay. He did have the speed. Actually, Fox, it was a really great timing push right there, because the instant he sat down on the beach right there of Glowy Thing, it immediately finished the metabolic boost, right, and he was able to just absolutely crank those guys right in there. So great timing push there by Fox. So we're definitely going to see that. And this map is very good for these kind of quick in and out attacks. There's multiple ways in and out of the bases, and we see him. He's going to run in there, try to take out those queens. Right there was a very good surround. Those queens really can't move anywhere, and neither can those roaches. Great job there by Fox.
By targeted down, good surround there. So going to be able to move back in, and now all of a sudden Glowy Thing going to be in quite a little bit of trouble. Roaches do not match up that well against Zerglings, really. The Queen, same thing. If they can get a good surround, if there's enough to actually surround the unit, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be able to target down pretty much anything you can throw at them. So keeping the pressure on, and as we talked about, it's so important to do this, regardless of if you're actually going to win the game with anything like this. Though, look at these Zerglings here, Red Mage. Tons of them streaming in. And right now he has a chance to go to work on this hatchery. Only a handful of Roaches are going to be able to defend, and not a single Spine Crawler. So really, Glowy Thing in a lot of trouble at the moment.
Oh yeah, Fox doing a great job, just keeping that pressure going all the time, shooting more and more units in. He knows, he smells blood in the water like a shark. He's going in there trying to take out as many drones as he possibly can. The only thing, unfortunately, made a little bit of a mistake. He at least could have put Spine Crawlers down in his main, but unfortunately, he does have the GG. That's going to Fox to 1-0 in this best of 3 series here as we move into the next round.
Oh, yes, this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and Fox going to jump out to a 1-0 lead here. And, you know, Spine Crawlers would have helped, but really against that number of Zerglings, if you decide to tech to Roach, it's really kind of a hallmark of that bizarre matchup in a ZVZ. Is so often, unless your timings are dead on, it's the first person to expand or the first person to tech that actually loses the game, which is completely counterintuitive when viewed alongside of all other matchups. But, you know, kudos to Fox jumping out to a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com and brought to you by our advertisers, Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and Sanyamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu's School of Self-Defense. Check them out at sanyamabushi-goju.com. That's our new sponsor, and I'll tell you, man, we got to work for that money. That's a lot of words.
That is, we're basically giving out a card per word, or a card per letter, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're the guys that are actually sponsoring us, giving out those magic cards. And again, you'll see more about that detailed in the coming days, and we'll be starting that on Sunday with the King of the Hill tournament. That's going to be a whole lot of fun for us, and we can't wait just to see how many of you fans can come out and really support not only the jiu-jitsu school there, but also the It's Gosu team here with your magic with your magicness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we try to tie it in. We love gamers and nerds of all types, including our card game players. So, going to be moving into round number 2 of Glowy Thing taking on Fox here in our round of 16 action. This is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6. And if you're enjoying the music you're hearing underneath right now, make sure you check these links as well. HaloTopic.newgrounds.com, MySpace.com/Indigo League, and RonaldJinkies.com. So, Red Mage, where we heading to, my friend?
We're going to Shakura's Plateau right here. Glowy Thing taking a huge map in comparison to Belshire Beach. Really wants to get that distance in there. You know, really hoping for really good positioning.
Well, Shakura's, it seems kind of big, but it really kind of isn't when you break it down. I mean, whenever you go by distances, I would say pretty confidently the cross spawns on Shakura's Plateau is probably no further away than the cross spawns on Belshire Beach. So. You know, but it feels very huge just because of all the different dynamics of the map, from the upper and lower tiers to how constrained and narrow some areas feel as compared to how big and wide open they feel in other areas. So either way, this is always a fun map for a TVT, or excuse me, a ZVZ. You get to see those fast expansions on that second tier, lots of expansion points, and we're actually going to have close air positions here. So going to be real fun to watch and see what our players come up with this time around.
Oh yeah, well, you know, the best thing to watch, you know, anytime you're on a map like this where you can have the close air or the cross spawn, I like to watch where the scouting first takes place. A lot of times people will immediately go to cross spawns, and then realize, oh, we're
right.
Close air, you know.
Right.
So it's
all of a sudden everything's changed.
Yeah, all of a sudden everything's changed. As you can see, Glowy Thing is sending his Overlord straight across, and Fox is sending his diagonally. So there's your two different ways of looking at the map. So by the time they realize that they're right there next to each other, you know, Glowy Thing's going to have, you know, about a 30-second advantage sight-wise to that. So that can be absolutely huge when a ZVZ is going on, because then you can really negotiate your spawning pool.
Well, we see
really
Fox moving out with that scout drone, and this is actually quite common in a ZVZ. I mean, I'm with you. I think he actually has redirected that Overlord to go straight to the close air position. But to see a scout drone this early really is pretty common in a ZVZ. And positioning, as you mentioned, so very important. You got to get that drone out pretty early, and just a little bit behind. No, actually, I guess he's going to use that drone for his spawning pool. But a scout drone probably going to be going down pretty soon here for our opponent too. And for some reason, our little overlay's not up, so I'm going to fix that. I have no idea. A good thing that Fox did do with that Overlord is when he did actually adjust it. He actually adjusted it so that way it would be just out of sight of Glowy Thing's Overlord. So that way he wouldn't have that instant advantage to see it. He would, you know, be able to kind of slide by. Right.
So that's kind of a smart thing to do too when you are going to do that kind of scouting. You know, it usually works better when it's not an Overlord,
right?
Because your opponent's just sending his along the same path. But very, very smart move as opposed to taking the normal route to do it. He's going to go with a little bit of an augmented route, and we see that Fox is going to go ahead and take that natural very quickly. And he's got his one little scouting probe right there, preventing any sort of expansion out of Glowy Thing. So Glowy Thing may go right in for some early Zergling harass right there. That might be a good idea for him.
Well, he did get that pool up pretty quickly, still, and he's got the gas up as well. So going to be beelining for that Zergling speed. In fact, only a handful of gas away from being able to get that research started, and gonna go down right when he notices he has 100 gas, I assume. But the expansion down now for Fox as well. So Fox not terribly far behind. He's just now getting up to 100 gas, and the advantage that the Glowy Thing did have is going to be negated by the fact that he's slow to start that research. And actually, the research for the metabolic boost is going to happen for Fox first. So a little bit of sloppy play there out of Glowy Thing going to cost him.
Oh yeah, I mean even being just 15, 20 seconds behind on that metabolic boost can really kill kill your little Zergling rush there if you're gonna put them in there. Fox doing a great job right now keeping those minerals super low, even with the expansion, trying to get those units out, trying to get that early pressure on. And again, it's not I'm gonna win the game really quick. It's I'm gonna make him make units as opposed to workers, and that's exactly
well in his EVZ. Oh yeah, you're definitely right about that. It's right. I'm not the biggest fan of what Glowy Thing's doing here. He already lost going this exact same build previously. He saved up a lot of minerals and a lot of gas, and now he's getting up on that Roach Warren, which is not going to shape up too well against the mass speedling boost. If he wants to do this, he needs to get some more spine crawlers down. But really, late on his expansion, so he's going to have a much smaller production capability. He's not going to have the extra larva Fox, and really, don't know if it's nerves or maybe just experimenting with a new build, but really not seeing anything terribly sharp out of Glowy Thing right now.
Oh yeah, we see Fox rallying most of his Zerg right there to the little Zerglings there to the bottom of the ramp, and he's going to continue to do the pressure exactly what he did last time. So I'm really hoping that Glowy Thing has learned from his previous from the previous engagement, and really just try to block off this ramp with those roaches, and then just try to hold out, for as long as he can, until he can get the creep spread well enough to really get down those spine crawlers. And he's really got to get that boost going, because he's spending his money right now on more roaches. But you need some sort of upgrade right there to really combat the speed of those little suckers, because they can just go right by you.
Well, it would take so long to get the upgrade up at this point, and in fact, I don't even know that he can. He doesn't have lair tech up, so he'd have to get the lair before he could ever even get an upgrade for any sort of the roaches. So right now, if he's going to go roaches, that's fine, but he does have to mass them, and he is going to have to use them correctly. He's going to have to position them right on the ramp in the right way and make sure that no Zerglings can get us around. That's really the feature of Shakur's Plateau that's going to favor some roach plays, the fact that you can cut off the entrance to your natural just by using the whole position command, as we see out of him right now. So roach is going to favor him quite a bit more now on this map than it did previously, and now Fox is the one who's going to have to play catch-up a little bit. He had his little window of opportunity to try and sneak in when those roaches were rallied back, but it looks like that's come and gone.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right about that, AC. We see Fox now moving out more and more of his overlords there to get a better look at the map, to see the actual pathway between his base and the others, and we see that Glowy Thing is starting to pull his overlords back closer to his base to be able to really tell where the attack is going to come from Fox. So both of these guys really taking a few minutes to plan out their vision, so to speak, with the in regards to where everything is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're but as you see, there's still no spine crawlers coming down for Glowy Thing. He's got to be under the impression that he doesn't want to lose the same way that he did. So we'll definitely have to check.
Well, now
and
with this roach count, he's going to be pretty safe. I mean, he's up to 13 roaches. He's got them all held positioned at that ramp. What he's going to worry about right now is any sort of tech path. Any sort of infestor play or mutilus play would really punish him. And he's basically leaving Fox alone. Fox is actually opting to get some roaches of his own, up to a count of 5. So I guess, or actually, yeah, it looks like up to 6 now. So it looks like he's fearing a little bit of a counterattack due to his early Zergling pressure. I think he's going to be perfectly safe. He basically just needs to do exactly what he did, what his opponent's doing, I should say, and hold position those on the ramp. But now comes the interesting part of his ZVZ. Whenever you actually get to see a ZVZ mid-game, the tech paths matter so much. Infestor play versus Mutalisk is always the first major decision anyone has to make, and our players are quickly approaching the point where they got to make that decision one way or the other.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that, AC. Great job here by Glowthing to get that to get the saturation down, or starting to get the saturation down pretty much in that natural. He's still not taking really a lot of gas. He just has he's got 0 extractors or 0 in the other gas. So he's definitely not looking to do any sort of teching up. But he does need to get unsupply block, as we see. He's about ready to finish 3 overlords, but because that's really going to hold him back a lot too. But we see the Baneling nest going down right now for Fox. That's going to be a great job to try to break that wall of glowy things on its ramp, because he might panic, freak out a little bit, move out of the way, and that's going to give perfect opportunity for those speedlings to just creep right on by.
Oh yeah,
and try to cause a dilemma going on there, because then you're going to have to And the smart thing by Fox at that point would be not to necessarily go right for the natural, but to put the Zerglings right up into the main, and then have the Banelings try to run into the natural. That way, it's going to have to split Glowthing's vision, split Glowthing's focus, and that's really what can win you a lot of the games, is being able to divert your players' attention.
Well, right now though, the roach count of Glowthing is just getting absolutely enormous. He's up to 24 plus 5 more, so he's up to a 29 roach count army, and 1 more added, so making it even 30. And that's actually quite enough to crush Fox right now, who's just now getting up past that 20 number. So not sure exactly what he's waiting on. It looks like maybe the ground carapace upgrade, but both players right now really playing quite conservatively. They're afraid to overcommit. Fox, though, I like this a lot, going to get up on that infestation pit so often in a ZVZ. The first players to get the infestors out and make effective use of them, it kind of nullifies the roach count of the opponent to a point. I mean, roaches in a high number like we're seeing right here, they necessarily have to group together. And if you can land 2 or 3 good fungal growths, you can make that army about as weak as an army 2/3 of its size.
Oh yeah, like we saw yesterday, we saw a lot of harassment. We do see Fox goes in and starts killing off that one queen. Waited until the army moved out, and now he's going to be into the mineral line right now, taking out some of those drones. Great job there by Fox. Glowthing trying to do what he can to keep those drones safe.
Well, he's pushing up now with this massive roach army. Going to have a good surround here by Fox, though. Fox really using positioning to his advantage, but that's so many roaches, Red Mage. Looks like he's still up on about 30 of them, without a doubt 30. And I don't know that Fox has the personnel to deal with this. His Baneling nest was down, but he doesn't have really anything to make use of it. More and more roaches being rallied in here, though, from Fox, so it looks like Glowthing's going to turn tail and run, and that's actually quite a costly attack. I don't know that he should have run there. It's tough to call. Right now we see that Fox has got roughly 19 roaches left, and that's not quite as many. Actually, it's the exact same number as Glowthing had in the middle of that battle, and he does have the upgrade to the carapace. So would have been kind of hit or miss, but really. A costly attack there. Now Glowthing, I'd say, is actually quite a bit behind with that infestation pit now complete for Fox. Things are really beginning to turn for him.
Oh, yeah, and, nice job there by Fox, keeping those overlords hanging out over the top of the ramp, throwing off Glowthing's vision so he didn't know exactly how many roaches, and that's one of those things where you see more of them coming in, you just don't know how many are left, and, that could have easily prompted him to pull back in that engagement. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I didn't know if he would be able to hold out long enough to continue that attack or what, but I looking back at home, that naturally started to come back into those drones that just got absolutely ravaged by that Zergling attack. We see more infestors coming out for Fox, and and now Glowthing is taking a 3rd hatch that and possibly could he be double expanding? He's going to double expand on the back of that pressure.
Not a fan of this at all. There's almost nothing he can do to defend this. He's going to have to split his roaches up, and even if he doesn't know that his opponent's up on infestors, he has to expect something. We can see that Glowthing himself is actually going up to Hydralisks, which is a bit bizarre, to be honest. I mean, whenever you're thinking your opponent's going to be on a heavy roach army, Hydralisks do is good. They do good damage. Don't mistake me, but you're dealing with armored units. The high roach count is really what you want to aim for, not the relatively expensive but really fragile Hydralisk army. And infestors is always going to be the best play in a ZVZ at this point in the game. And now double expanding. This is exactly why I have a problem with it. Fox sniping down that 3rd and now going to move up to this 4th. So basically, looks like there was a cancel out of both of those. I'm pretty sure that Glory Thing got his money back.
Cancel both.
Well, the Roach is going to move in and probably going to be able to clean up the majority of these Zerglings, but the damage already done. He's already canceled all of those expansions, and really in a ZVZ, it gets to be so very hard to protect more than 2 bases, even more so than in a PVZ or a TVZ.
Oh yeah, it would have been smarter for him to honestly just build those 2 hatcheries right there on either side of the ramp right there in his main, and that gives you your 2 macro hatches, and you could use those specifically to build offensive defensive units. Then you can drone up with the other 2, and then when you feel absolutely safe and able to hold, then that's when you expand. But we're going to see Fox is going to move over this Overlord. Is going to see that Glowy Thing as yet again try to take that 3rd area there in the natural of that main down at the bottom right, and we see Fox moving out right now with this crippled little Roach army here. This is definitely going to be some sort of a timing push, because he's right now at about 170 to 190 for that for the secondary missile attack. So he's definitely going to wait till he gets that upgrade before he moves in.
Oh yeah, the Infestors really got to be the name of the game here. He's got to get the Infestors involved. Without those, this army is not nearly as strong as it would seem. So Zergling's going to rush in and take a little bit of a look at the army size of Glowy Thing, and now the Infestors have joined the fight, and this is where things get interesting. If he can land a few good fungal growths, this entire army can melt before our eyes. So here's the engagement. Great fungal growths, catching about a quarter of that entire army. Now another one catching that same quarter, and we can just see the massive damage those fungal growths are doing. No way Glowy Thing's going to be able to hold this, especially with the Infestors still around. So he's using the burrow to his advantage, but the count here of Fox is just too high. Fox pretty much just free to walk right into that natural, and this looks to be our GG, my friend.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Glowy Thing, unfortunately, he could be using this opportunity while he's holding that back to try and put down some spine crawlers. At least to hold him back long enough so he can get some more roaches in here to try to deal with this. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This is definitely going to be a GG moment, because there are still far too many roaches in there, and a lot of them are still up in the green area. So there you go. Glowy Thing is going to go ahead and put the GG with the well played right there. So great manners right there by Glowy Thing. So congrats, Glowy Thing, for being our first great mannered player of the day, and congratulations to Fox to move on to the next round, the round of 8.
Oh yeah, great ZVZ action. You're listening to the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Thanks so much for hanging out with us in the stream, hanging out with us in the chat, and what have you. We're only here because you guys come out to watch and to listen, so an absolute pleasure. And all of our players tonight vying for that first prize of 1 hour of professional coaching with the Revolution of Team Revoki, an absolutely great guy, a guy who's been in and out of Grandmaster so far here in Season 2, but so much fun. This is brought to you, by the way, by itsgosu.com, and of course our other sponsors, Hypocrite Games, bringing you Bob versus the Rubber Duckies, the real-time BAP time battle simulator. More info forthcoming on that right around the time of E3. Cyberground.us, land center of choice for all IG staff and IG events. Speaking of IG events, 2 of those coming up. One going to be next weekend, where I'm going to be there casting alongside of it from Rage Quit TV for Lucky Fools Tournament at Cyberground. And then, of course, the first IG live event featuring Red Mage and myself in the flesh, going to be broadcasting from there as well. So make sure you join us for that. Max Integration, your IT technical company of choice and source for all your IT solutions. They work with you in real time on your time, and will do whatever they need to do to help you take that IT project to the next level. And, of course, our brand new sponsor, ready, deep breath, Sanyamabushu Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. Check them out at sanyamabushu.goju.com. So, special thanks to them. They're going to be sponsoring that giveaway we're going to be doing next week. More than $1,000. That's right, you heard me right. More than $1,000 market retail price of Magic cards going to be given out during our streams next week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to have more details for that real soon. So who's up next, Red Mage?
Trying to set up that game for us right now as we speak, AC. We are waiting for a lot. Some of these players, they're on their very last game here in these best of 3 series.
Not a problem.
The competition has been absolutely fierce. I will tell you right now, some of the people that I thought were going to make it out of the round of 32 or the round of 16 were defeated, and handsomely defeated, 2-0. I have not yet seen a single 2-1. On the bracket so far. Wow. So it's been a steady stream of 2-0 victories back and forth. Cannot wait to see the caliber of players. A lot of these guys have been back. This is their 2nd or 3rd time back in the Alpha Divisional tournaments, and we've seen them go from maybe being able to make 1 or 2 rounds to now handsomely getting into the second and third rounds of this tournament. So this is absolutely fantastic to watch these players go.
Oh, yeah, so much fun in our Beta and Alpha Divisionals. By the way, this is part of our 2011 tournament series. Got the calendar up for you right now. We're talking 20 events a month. And, I've been saying for the last, probably a month or so, $1,500 in cash and prizes given out. No. $2,500 in cash and prizes being given out now. We've got that big giveaway next week. But more importantly, like I said, 20 events a month, $2,500 in cash and prizes being given out just between March and June. So much going on in our 2011 tournament series, and really we want to take it to that next level beginning in the summer. That's going to be our summer series, July through September. And for us to do that, we really need you guys to hit that like, that follow, and that tweet button on Justin.tv. Make sure you get your friends in here. Send them the link. Tell them to come listen to two chuckleheads try and commentate some good StarCraft action. And then the more people we get in here, the more events that we can run for you guys, the more cash and prizes we can give out. So, again, thanks to everyone for being here. It's a pleasure. AC, Red Mage, where we at? Looks like we got one player, Gay. I guess that's it. Gay.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully he'll be here soon. I heard that the people that were just ahead of him were actually just finishing up, so I'm hoping to get whoever the winner of that is pretty much immediately. So once I get that score in, I'll let you know when we pull those people in.
All right, no problem. So trying to think what's going on. There was something we can talk shop about while we're waiting.
Well, you know what you ought to remind our fine audience in Justin TV is that some of the a little bit of the rules for this little giveaway that we're going to be doing. Not just on Justin TV, but on our Twitter and our Facebook. But you probably really ought to be watching a lot of 80s, 90s, and early 2000s movies, because
nerdy movies, not just regular movies.
Right? Yeah, nerdy movies, because you know how AC and I like to reference those a lot. So that has a great deal to do.
Oh yeah.
With how the contest goes. Not just just you call in or send us an email and you win something. No, we're gonna make you actually work for it a little bit.
Oh yeah, and by work for it we mean listen and try to figure out exactly what movie references we're making during the stream. So, should be super happy fun times. Also going to have a couple other ways to win, but that's going to be the really fun one. You get to listen to us reference movies that, for a lot of you, probably came out before you were born. So, because we're old men. We are old guys who somehow managed to make a living talking about StarCraft. How much fun it is. So, all right, finally, looks like we got Saluki. And he's got, you can't really tell that's the Star Jewel portrait, so I'm not sure exactly what his race is going to be. We'll be figuring that out. We are going to be back on Belshire Beach, though, so if you guys, by the way, are still trying to get acquainted with it, you can look that up on the ladder, or you can read about it on itsgosu.com. We did a photo gallery tour of Belshire Beach, so make sure you check that out. Or, as much as I want to send traffic to the site, of course, you can just get on Battle.net right now and load it up. So it's a beautiful map. It really and truly is.
Oh yeah, that's like we've said time and time again. That's one of the prettier maps, and it's quickly becoming my favorite map. Even replacing Crevasse, and hopefully, if this holds true, it's going to be a PVZ on my new favorite map. This is going to be absolutely incredible.
Your favorite matchup on your favorite.
My favorite matchup. Yeah. So good.
Hey, I see somebody in the chat knows who this is. Yeah, it's Jinkies. This says Galactic Pretty Boy. That's right, my friend. This is Ronald Jinkies, one of my favorite guys in the world. Make sure you go check him out at ronaldjinkies.com. Buy his album, Disorganized Fun. It's so friggin' good, man. I mean, really and truly. Or just jump on YouTube and do a search for Ronald Jinkies. He's not going to be at all what you expect, but I promise you're going to absolutely love it and enjoy it. This is known as Guitar Song, by the way. You can tell he's really, really... or Guitar Sound, I should say. He's really creative in his song naming processes, but... still waiting on... Okay, looks like Saluki. We got the ready check from old Saluki.
If I can learn how to spell ready, absolutely.
Just need 3 letters, man. RDY. Question mark.
Yeah, that's the way to say it. I can just put RDY and really increase my productivity, but instead I spell the whole thing out, despite the fact that I have the worst typing ability on the planet. I'm just lucky I no longer single finger point and click nowadays with the silly thing. So computers, you kids and your darn computers these days.
Oh, you old man, you old codger. So zooming in here, Belshire Beach going to be the site of this PVZ. actually got to fix his race. Almost slid one by me there, didn't ya? No, not going to get one by AC. AC's getting better. Yes, he is, but as soon as we get our music turned down here, I've been making a better effort to do that. But zooming right into the action here now on Belshire Beach, we're going to see Gay, which is there really is no other way to pronounce that, so Gay is his name. We're going to see, we're going to see our gay blue friend here spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner on Belshire Beach, and Saluki hanging out on the shores of the north side of this beach. So again, Belshire Beach, brand new GSTL map, the GCOM StarCraft Team League, so good. I mean, it was so great last time around in March, and it's shaping up to be absolutely amazing this time around as well. But I know this is your favorite matchup because you like it features the possibility of your two favorite units in the game, correct?
You're absolutely right. You know, the Mothership and the Nidus Worm. And we saw some textbook Nidus Worm usage last night out of I Am Lamb. Absolutely fascinated with that young man because he did so much with those suckers.
Yeah,
so if you missed that matchup where Red Mage just had an absolutely massive nerdgasm, you can go back through and watch our videos here on Justin TV. You can also check out our YouTube channel; they're both up there. So definitely look at both of those and just see. You can tell the awesomeness that was taking place right there. We do see that drone is picking a fight with that probe.
Well, you got to pick a fight. You know, you got to run up and be annoying somehow. I have this drone's running away. Probe's running away, and somebody should tell Saluki probe is Enva. You know, I've been hearing that forever because the probe could fight, then run away and let his shield regenerate.
Yep, and then go for it. Now he's going to bring out two probes to or another probe to really start tasing him out a little bit, and that's going to be now he's going to bring a second for.
Kind of looks like they're making out. Actually, maybe it's a little like Romeo Juliet West Side Story deal.
Yeah, maybe. You know, a little less finger snapping and standard choreography, but
we need the finger snapping. Absolutely.
You got to get the finger snapping.
Not enough of that in the world.
with your slick back hair, and then let's rumble, and it turns into like a dance off. You know, that's not a rumble. Although it could degenerate into like the end of Michael Jackson's Bad video where they just tie their hands together and try to knife each other. Well, that was the most hilarious thing.
I wouldn't say it's trying to knife each other. I'd say it's more swinging a knife at each other. And really, right now, oh wow. I don't know that Saluki knows the architecture of this map at all. He's going to try and forge fast expand. He's got a lot of ground to cover. He's got this other choke over here and blocked by these destructible rocks, granted, but still, he's going to have to cover both of these entrances. And, again, I don't think he knows this is over here either. This third entrance that takes you all the way over to that third and brings you back around. He's going to have to cover basically this entire area with some kind of a wall in to do this. So really taking a chance here, and I think Gay's going to punish him for it.
Oh yeah, Saluki was saying in the chat that he has never even seen this map in his entire life. So this is gonna be a new experience for him right there. Because I think that probe is now getting over there, and he's probably scratching his little micro head there and going, "Oh,
yeah,
oh no."
I think he knows he's made the mistake. I mean, there's nothing he can really do now but try and deal with it. But yeah, this isn't going to work out too well for him at all. A little bit of lag there, but. Yeah, this isn't going to work out. Here come the Zerglings. They don't even need to target these buildings. They can just literally run right by these cannons. I don't know why he's choosing to do that or to do that. Run by. Just run by. Run by, Gay. Come on.
Run by.
Yeah, just
well, now you might as well finish it. It only had 12 hit points left. You know,
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. You know, at least go down to the orange and go, and then leave it to go. But when it's got 12, then the shields regenerate all the way. Then you got to go through that whole process all over again. And I do like the lobsters on this, scantipedes. They call it. They look like giant lobsters to me.
Those are a holdover from Broodor, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember my fauna correctly. But here we go. The Zergling's going to move in. The probes pulled to try and deal with this. There we go, Gay. Don't even worry about that. Run straight into the probe line. And yeah, Saluki going to lose this match quite handily. Poor guy. Sometimes, going blind. Oh, wow. So much probe murder. All those probes, yeah. There it is. GG from Saluki. So, looks like, make sure, guys, before you do something risky like Forge Fast Expand, that you maybe take a look at the map beforehand. We'll give you some time, I promise. Anyway, Gay jumping out to a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series, IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
You're absolutely right about that, AC. Go to itsghosty.com, see all the lineup of events we have going on between 5 to 6 a week between now and the end of the year, and we're only adding on more events. That's going to be fantastic, especially our 2 back-to-back land events coming in this Saturday and next Saturday. So much fun, and of course you can read all the newest information coming out for the StarCraft 2 community written by AC there. So just jump online there. You'll be able to see everything, especially Bellshire Beach. He gives a very, very good description of that particular map. That he published out. Plus, we have tons of interviews there from Spanishiwa, Kelly Milkus, and Doa from Code A commentary. So, lots and lots of good stuff there.
It's for once, I'm trying to keep an eye on the stream here. I'm not actually chatting just because I don't know. I don't think it's cool for the stream runner to chat that much, but. Yes, so CDGQQ Troll asks, what the hell map is Bellshire Beach? Actually, I think he's quoting Saluki there, so... Hey, it's the new map, man. You gotta learn these new maps sometime. GSTL map, make sure you look it up, guys. And I'm just gonna go ahead and warn you, I've played on it quite a bit with you, Red Mage, in particular. There is almost no way, unless you're going into something like tanks, to fast expand. I mean, and like, you know, you can't really fast expand with tanks. You can get a relatively fast expansion up off of one factory, but yeah, there's so many entrance points, and really, I'm not gonna lie, that map that map favors Zerg so damn much. I mean, it really, really does.
Oh yeah, until people really start to learn how to play on it, that is a definite Zerg map. You know, very good to be on it. So Saluki's like, I can't believe I sucked that badly on stream. And you know, honestly, Saluki, I don't think anybody can play this. The first time you've ever seen that map. If anybody else had ever just recently played on that map, they'd probably be like, but
exactly. Well, it's rare to see, and you know, I'm actually a big fan of the fact that it does seem to be a little bit Zerg friendly. I mean, there are. Undoubtedly, some maps that are not Zerg friendly. So you know, and there aren't too. There are some maps that are better than others for Zerg play, but I'd like that there is now a map that you can look at and go, yeah, Zerg's actually going to do pretty well on that map.
Oh yeah, you know, and that's great because you know so far the Zerg have kind of been shortchanged a lot in the map pool. So
well, they're just so hard to balance for. They really are.
Yeah, because they have so many options that they can do. So.
All right, so Gay and Saluki moving into Game 2. We're going to get the ready check now. Thanks again, guys, for being out here with us in the stream. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsghosty.com, and, of course, brought to you by our sponsors, Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. You can find them at sanyamabushu-goju.com. So make sure you check those guys out, and special thanks to them. We're going to be giving away again, just re-announcing. Make sure you tell your friends about this. Beginning next week, we're going to be giving away more than $1,000 worth of Magic cards. Yes, you heard that correctly. We are giving away a metric crap ton of Magic cards that are actually limited edition. Red Mage knows a bit more about that than I do. He's more the card playing type. I played Magic back in the day, but I never really got super into it, and still certainly haven't kept up with it.
Yeah, because this guy's a nerd.
That's right.
I'm a very well-rounded nerd. Not only do I play pen and paper, but I play the card games, I play the computer games, I play the board games.
A nerd of all trades, if you will.
I am, yeah, that's right. I am the Da Vinci of nerddom.
The Renaissance nerd.
I'm a Renaissance nerd. There you go. Very much so. So there you go. So if you ever have a question about other nerdly
I think we got an issue. For some reason, it looks like Gay is, he's going to be... unfortunately, looks like he selected the wrong race. So, sorry guys. Looks like we're gonna have to wait just a minute and make sure we get this right. Gonna let him go ahead and restart a bit. So we'll be doing that. But yeah. So the well-rounded Renaissance nerd that you are, my friend, and I get the gist of it. I don't feel confident enough that I know what I'm talking about to really talk about it. I know they're limited edition cards that were really only released at one venue. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, the comic book convention. I keep wanting to call it Comic-Con, but it's not Comic-Con. It's the New York Comic Convention,
right?
From 2010.
Gotcha.
So it's just it's one of those weird things that they usually come out with some very specific decks for it, and the way that you can tell that these are actually the promo decks that they gave out. So sometimes they also have some really good cards in them. The way you can tell that they're promo decks is they're wrapped in cellophane. There's no cardboard for them. They're wrapped in the cellophane, and that's always a good indication that you might get something a little bit more special than you would normally find. So that's
right.
That's going to be a huge thing. But it is from the Planeswalker series. So if you are a Magic user, the Planeswalker series is quite a good series from what I understand. So can't wait to see how excited everybody is, because I know I'm pretty excited. I know Mrs. Mini-Me was really excited because she's a she's a Magic
Mini-Me.
player.
That is so freaking
Mrs.
adorable.
Mini-Me.
It really is. Oh, that is
Mrs.
so
Mini-Me.
cute.
Oh, again, happy birthday, Mrs. Mini-Me. Your birthday coming up this weekend.
From all IG staff and
from all the IG staff. Oh, we do want to thank Mr. Mini-Me, Flossie, and SKS Dark for helping us out in the background, getting us going. So, thank you guys very much, but especially to you, Mrs. Mini-Me, for letting Mr. Mini-Me come out and play on a nightly basis. So, thank you.
Letting him come out to play before dinner, right?
That's right.
So, all right, looks like we got the races set up correctly here. Going to be Gay, our Zerg, and Saluki, our Protoss, moving into MLG Shakuras Plateau for this game 2 of this best of 3 series. And really, it's hard to take anything away from that last game, because I think we're all pretty sure that Saluki just really did not know the map architecture at all, and that's exactly what cost him. But Shakuras Plateau going to be a map he knows quite well. Gay spawning down in the bottom right, and going to be quite happy to find that his opponent down 0-1 in this best of 3. Spawning up at the top left, Saluki in the pink. So Saluki gonna look to bounce back. He was trying to forge fast expand that last game, just really didn't. I don't think he had a clue that there were that many entrances into his base. So and this early probe heading down here now, so without a doubt gonna be doing the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that. We're going to see, we're right there on top of one another with that. The Saluki really had nothing. He was just kind of throwing stuff down because he just didn't know, and he was commenting in the chat that there was no way to wall off that choke. Well, you can wall it off, but you kind of got to wall off your near choke. You can't wall off the whole beach. Unfortunately, it's like trying to.
You're not going to forge fast expand on that map. You're just not. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're gonna have to waste so much time doing that you're better off just choking off the main bit, leaving that little area for you to move your units on by.
Put some pressure on early, and rely on that to expand. Or even you can try a sentry expand if you really, really want to. But on that map in a PVZ, I would say you're pretty much gonna need to apply. As much as I've been saying it's been going out of style, that's a map you almost want to do some sort of delayed, not all-in 4-gate to force your Zerg opponent to make spine crawlers and to make Zerglings and to forego drones and to give you time to get up your own expansion behind you, because there's just no way you're going to get an expansion up, say, before 35-40 supply and actually be able to defend it.
Oh, yeah. And right now we see that the same old song and dance is going on. We got to get the clicky fingers going, because there's a rumble in the Shakuras Plateau right there. Gay was taking on the probe, but unfortunately now he's going for the meteor pylon. I probably would just go right up inside the base there and pick on something a little bit more your own size.
Well, the thing is, you've actually seen that in some pretty high-level matches. Just one little drone picking on a pylon, and the Protoss ignores it until finally it actually dies. And there's nothing more embarrassing than that. I mean, there just is nothing worse than that, and you have seen it a couple times. So he's actually opting to not get a forge for this expand. That's really surprising to me. So he's going to have the little gap right here, and now he's going to drop another gateway. And okay, this is a big problem I see a lot of players run into. I'm not saying it's impossible, but just from having a lot of experience playing Protoss against some pretty damn good opponents, this is really slow. The Nexus is not down yet. He's already at 20 supply. He's got one Zealot out to block this right here. He's got another gateway. So now what's he going to do? I mean, yes, he can get his gas. He'll get his warp gate research, I'm sure. But really, he's just built his choke down here for just about no reason. He's put it in an exposed position. The Zerglings are going to be able to move up, and he's taken no economic advantage.
Oh, yeah, and, it's weird that I rarely ever see that entry-exit point is so close to the ramp. Most of the time you see it more to the left. And, this is going to take everything he's got right now. There's a ton of little Zerglings right there ready to come in and just absolutely assault that Zealot. I don't think he's going to have enough to really hold that back, and this is going to be absolutely detrimental to Saluki here.
Gay going to be able to finish that off and move in, and if he can kill this pylon, he's going to completely cripple this. We see the Chrono Boost going down. Probes being pulled now. Probes really... Oh, don't pull your Zerglings. That's a big mistake. If he had stayed there, he probably could have picked off a little bit. I'm pretty sure he would have been able to finish off that pylon. We could see it's already down to 56 health with just 1 or 2 little Zerglings working on. Now the speed's up. He may get it yet. He's trying to micro around. 12 hit points.
Oh.
Not quite. He's got to. I think he missed his opportunity there. If he had not even worried about the probes and it just target fire. In fact, if he just runs these Zerglings up right now, he may be able to get it. Do it, Gay. All you got to do is get in.
Go get it.
The shields the shields have regenerated now, so it's not. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. But with 12,
he's got that 1 sentry out too, so that's going to be able to defend that a little bit more. But honestly, Saluki's missing an opportunity right here to just put. He needs to put another pylon down there almost immediately, because if that one does get taken down,
I see some shenanigans. Red Mage, top right side of the map. Saluki's planted down a pylon in a hidden Twilight Council.
Ooh, there we go. That's what we like to see a little bit there. Although, wow, he's Gay is going to go ahead and put down that 3rd expansion right there,
that's gonna hurt
and the
him.
natural. So he's going to be very, very close for that.
Oh, he's going to be close to it, but if he doesn't spot it, he's not anywhere near lair tech. He's not taking lair upgrade right now. He's focusing on drones and Zerglings. Looks like he's going to try and make another run at this, and I actually don't mind this that badly. If he can kite him out a little bit, run in and get the surround. Oh, wow! Bad control there by Saluki, so we're going to see these Speedlings move their way all the way up to the mineral line, and now all of a sudden Saluki in a ton of trouble. Not sure what happened there. I think he was preoccupied. Gonna lose almost all of these probes, and yeah, that's gonna be the GG one way or the other. There's no way. There we go. Saluki, my friend, I'm so sorry to see that happen. I completely understand that sentiment with the OMG GG. I think he didn't have his units on hold position. They got kited out, moved away, and all it took was 1 run by to end this game. So, gonna see Gay advance to the round of 8 here in our IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
Absolutely brutal that game was, AC. Absolutely, we cannot wait to see what is going to come out of Gay coming up as he takes on Fox here in just a few moments. We're now going to switch up the track here, and let's see who are we going to go for. Give me 1 sec while I try to track down somebody, because I do realize that I do see that that one of our favorite people, VP Mayator, is actually back in, and it looks like he might be ready to play.
No. His name's Glee.
8 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
And Glee is on.
I was going to say, you mispronounced his name. It's Glee. It's a funny spelling, VPMINOTAUR, pronounced Glee. That's how that works.
So let me find out if he's actually still here, or if he's had to be pulled away to go watch Glee. So give me 1 second.
Right. Poor guy. Anyway, that dates back to our last Alpha Divisional. We had a guy disappear. He bailed on us because he had a prior engagement to watch Glee. Yeah, he wanted to watch Glee instead of play competitive StarCraft. So it's going to be a long time before we let him live that down. Anyway, this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and this is, of course, brought to you by all of our sponsors as well: Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. You can find them at sanyamabushu-goju.com. Check them out online if you have any interest in the martial arts, or just be honest if you like Magic the Gathering, because it's them that are going to be allowing us through their sponsorship to be giving away $1,000 in Magic cards, limited edition Magic cards that were only released in one very small setting. Going to be giving those away next week. Stay tuned to itsgosu.com and to this stream to make sure you get more information about that. The only hint we're willing to give you is we hope you're up on your nerd movie trivia. Make sure you're checking into that. Roughly 1980s, say through 2005-ish. And we'll be throwing some references at you, and we're going to be finding a way to see how closely you guys are paying attention. If you can name the movies we're referencing all in a row and get that email to us, we're going to make sure we hit you with that. And we're going to be giving away, actually, I think the plan right now is 3 packs to each winner. That translates to about a $50 prize. So each pack, according to the market value, if you take a look around the web of what we're giving away, is right around $15 or $16 plus shipping. So yeah, you're going to be getting in excess of $50 worth of Magic cards.
Oh yeah, tons and tons of cards in there, and they're pretty slick looking. I was very upset that I did not get the new Magic cards, because the only thing that I did when I did collect Magic cards was I always had my deck full of cool looking ones. I didn't care what they did.
Right.
It just,
It didn't matter,
just
man.
like StarCraft. Amazingly enough, that's got a cool picture. I'll use that. That card kind of sucks. Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
It doesn't. But look at it, dude. It's awesome. It's like a half-naked chick. Okay.
That's right. Or there's like a guy with a cool sword. We'll take that one. It's always kind of weird stuff for me. That's just the kind of player I am.
That's just how I roll, bro. That's how this nerd rolls. Don't be hating. Don't be hating.
Right. So somebody actually asked me why I don't play Zerg or Protoss, considering I like their units better than the Terran, and I told them I get too bored with Protoss, and I'm not good enough to play Zerg, so I have to go to the easy, well, not really easy, but the more playable Terran, because I did go through the entire campaign with the Terran. But we're going to be coming into the IC Cup
test bug.
Oh yeah, which is going to be great. This is our other new map that we just added into the map pool. I couldn't wait to play on this map. I like this map as well because it's got a good variety of landscape to it. So.
Oh yeah, well it's that's kind of the reason we changed it up. We want to try and represent all the major tournaments going on. We've got GSL represented, MLG represented, and now of course we've got our test bug from IC Cup, I guess is the way you should actually say it. So, and it's just a fun map to look at. It's a fun map to watch, and it does have some interesting terrain features. I mean, you've got this extremely easy to take and hold expansion, and it's got this pretty straightforward joke. Well, yeah, we'll see. VP Minotaur is making that joke. I actually need to change his color here. He's going to be spawning in the orange, like a boss, because I spawn in the orange as well. But he can't see that I've actually on this ticker up at the top. I've actually got him set to have Glee as part of his name as well. So
nice.
Nothing but love for you there, my friend. Nothing but love. I see, and it says whatever makes you happy concerning the Glee nonsense. That makes his fiance happy, not him. Or his girlfriend or what have you. But so Ascension going to be spawning on, I guess you would call this the sandy side? Yeah, we'll call this the sandy side.
The beach area?
Yeah, the B. He's spawning on the shore over here at the 3 o'clock position, spawning down near the 9. In the industrial side of town is going to be VP Minotaur, a.k.a. Glee, one of our favorite guys in the world. I'll probably just go on calling him Glee. And we see this poor little probe walking his way all the way up to the very bucolic setting of the north spawn. Actually not going to be there.
Good word usage right there, bucolic.
I do what I can, my friend. Do what I can. But
flexing that English degree right there.
Got to do something with it other than serve coffee. But so it's going to be a little bit of a PvP action. Don't know if we're going to see 4-gate. I do see only one assimilator out of both players right now, but that's about right given the timing on the cybernetic scores coming in right now. So. Hopefully that's not going to be too big of an issue. But I actually do like this map. It's one of those maps, the more you play it, the more you like it,
Yeah, and it's weird because it kind of reminds me of like a biodome because you have the 3 different terrains in one map setting. So it's almost like when Kurt goes down to the planet and he sees, and then the doctor's there and she says, can I cook or can I cook? And after she's used Project Genesis to completely remake that. So there you go. There's your Star Trek reference for tonight.
Very well done.
You guys really need to be practicing up on that kind of thing because you're going to need to identify when we do stuff like this.
Are we going to do TV series or are we just going to do movies?
I thought we were going to do a little bit of everything. Because we're going to give them we're not going to reference just a few. We're going to reference a ton, and we'll let you guys kind of pick which ones you guys can find. We're not, and the trick to the whole thing is if AC and I say the name of the series, it's not going to count.
Right.
That's a gimme. It's got to be one that we just kind of allude to, and so if you start hearing us talking about Star Trek or Star Wars, don't bother putting those because that's going to take you immediately out of the running for it.
Exactly. So it's going to be some little things that you might not expect. We do see the gas steal pulled off here by Glee. So he's actually taking his second gas and looks to be trying to go up the tech route. He's actually got a very fast Twilight Council out. This is off of one gateway, so actually a very risky build here, but I like it. It's something a little unorthodox. He's trying to play a PvP a little bit of a different way than most people do. In the meantime, Ascension getting some stalkers out, and now, he's going to plant down all 4 of those gates. So just going to be doing the standard 4-gate nonsense. So come on, Minotaur, I really need you to prove me right. I've been saying forever that 4-gate is not nearly as broken as people say it is in PvP. He's done something completely absurd, going for the quick blink in a PvP before the 6-minute mark, right about the time that 4-gate's going to be arriving. So I want to see him hold this off with 3 gates and vindicate my opinion.
That's right. With so many angles and levels to this map, you can really abuse something like that. Oh, and Ascension. Oh, okay, never mind. That's Ascension's pylon. I thought that was Minotaur's pylon.
Right.
Thought I was going to find that. But one thing I do like about this map is that there are destructible rocks covering the close Zelnaga towers to all the bases. I like that a lot because that doesn't give you an immediate advantage, but it gives you like a little bit of a tactical situation. Do you while you're waiting to assemble your units, do you start taking down that tower, or do you try to hold that choke to stop your opponent from
I like the fact
expansion.
that it shuts down like one worker keeping an eye on the whole map, or more to the point, for a Zerg, you basically having 4 Zerglings, 100 minerals worth of units, be able to hold the entire map, or hold the vision of the entire center of the map. I like the fact that basically shuts that down and makes you actually work to maintain and keep that vision. So it looks like Ascension actually not going to be, he's not moving out quite yet. He's just now assembling his force, warping in a lot of it back at his base, so going to be a very late arrival for this 4-gate, if in fact that's what this is. And he does have that forward pylon being created right now, right near the gold minerals, so looking to put on a little bit of pressure. And if we check the production tab, we can see Blink has finished.
They ran right by each other.
Oh, wow.
Now they're turning around.
Minotaur is way out of his base. I have no idea why he's trying to do this right now. I mean, he's got the blink finish, so the question is, does he want to reveal it? At this point, this is not a battle where he wants to reveal. Nope, looks like he's going to. So the blink's been spotted now by Ascension. He knows exactly what his opponent's doing, and he's got to be smelling blood in the water. If you see blink this early, you have to know he doesn't have much back home, and you can probably just warp in and defend back home. So he needs to just push now and push hard. If he can do that, I don't think Glee's going to be able to hold this off.
I don't think so either, and that Stargate just finished right now.
For that sentry way out of position. Oh, trying to target fire down this pylon. Right now, Ascension needs to get up into the base before that sentry turns around. Looks like it's not going to matter. He's going to push in right now, and there's not a whole lot that Minotaur is going to be able to do about this. Just now pulling all those stalkers back, only a handful of them. He's got one proxy pylon up right in the mineral line, and Zealot's warping it off of it into the mineral line. So yeah, this is going to be our GG, my friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great job here by Ascension to really put the pressure on Glee and really start shutting down a lot of things. He did not get into the mineral line, and that's he wasn't target firing down the pylons either. He tried to take out the gateways themselves, and that just that really was not a great move there, because as much damage as he did to those right there, Minotaur doing a great job pushing back Ascension. Oh my goodness, but Minotaur is still going to go ahead.
The economic damage is just too large.
Damage is done.
Even if Minotaur had held that off and forced it to a later push, it wouldn't have mattered. So Ascension jumping out to a 1-0 lead over our Glee hero here in our IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
You're absolutely right about that. You see, go to itsgosu.com, see all the upcoming events that we have going on. Not just that, but we have a ton of information coming out over everything that's going on in the SC2 community. We there's tons of new events that are coming up. Our 2 LAN events, of course, coming up back to back this Saturday and the following Saturday at Cybergrounds. Great bunch of guys up there. We can't wait till that. Of course, AC and I will be there. So will Mr. Mini Me, and of course SKS Dark, Revolution, NRG. Lucky Fool, VT Avalo, tons and tons of great players there. So come on down. Even if you don't want to participate, if you just want to come and hang out, it's free to hang out, watch everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And there's plenty of stuff that we do just hanging out. So definitely feel free to come on down and check it all out.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a pleasure. So I can't wait to see you guys and see everybody else down there. This, though, is our IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com and brought to you by our sponsors, Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and Sanyamabushu Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. Check them out at sanyamabushu-goju.com. So moving into our number 2, second of this best of 3 game, VP Minotaur, a.k.a. Glee, very beloved name. That's a name of endearment, I think. I think he appreciates that. And Ascension, moving in the GSL Tal'Darim Altar. So going to be a bit more spread out here. And, it's still going to be very 4-gate friendly if one should choose to do something like that. I like that Minotaur did choose to forego that and try to do something a little bit better. And tell you the truth, I think he would have been just fine. He just got a little too excited with moving out with the Blink Stalkers, got him way out of position. Then whenever the counter push came, he did not have the sentry in place to push that back. But, I just don't want any players who are watching this go, yep, there you see, 4-gate wins every time. No, it doesn't. Minotaur could have managed that, I promise.
Yeah, that would have been really great, but unfortunately he was just a little bit too far, and he kind of tried to go into Ascension's base, which cost him another couple of valuable seconds, and then he started coming back. So it was just one of those things. He waited just a little too long to make that decision of, do I do a base trade or do I go back and defend? And it was just those precious seconds that really cost him the match there. So hopefully we'll see a little bit.
Good luck, Half-Glee. That's what I like to see.
Nice.
Can't watch now. Frowny face, I'm sure.
It's gotta be so he can take make sure games slow down. This is going to be pretty interesting. I like the fact that a lot of our fans that participate in and play with a lot of these opponents are being really good about jabbing them just as much as we are.
Right. So, maybe a little bit of suspicion there out of Minotaur, asking why, what he's doing to make his PC slow down. But, and there is, by the way, it's only worth mentioning, just especially in these early sections, was not a whole hell of a lot to analyze and talk about. There is a kind of a drop hack that's going around the BattleNet ladder. There's a big shitstorm going on regarding it. Apparently Blizzard has not responded, and it's really messing up the Grandmaster League. There are a few guys who are way high up in the Grandmaster League because they just use a drop hack that forces their opponent to auto-leave every game they get into by a lag. And, and sometimes seeing someone that, is slowing down the game can be an indication of some kind of hack or third-party application interfering with StarCraft. But I'm going to say with some confidence I don't think that's going to be the case here, because to be honest, if that was the case, I doubt Ascension would be in Platinum or Gold League, so...
Yeah, because if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat big and go up as far as you can, as fast as you can.
Right.
Because you might as well, honestly, because once they get you, you're gonna have to buy a whole new account anyway. So.
Exactly. Better make it count, man. Better get that screenshot of your name right at the top of the GM list. And no reason to hang around Gold Plat doing it. So we see this probe doing this little bit of harass here, and you really got to watch little things like this. Again, it's never happened to me, but it's come close. If you just ignore a probe that's attacking a pylon because you're trying to focus on other things and you don't want to pull a probe off to deal with it, you will lose a pylon or a supply depot. It does happen.
Yeah, just one of those oddball things that sometimes it happens. And there's VP Minotaur just hanging out just behind the probe line there. And honestly, I always like it when people just kind of put a worker right in the middle of my worker line, and I'm not even paying attention to it.
Right.
And it just sits there forever and a day. And then all of a sudden you're looking at the minimap going, why is that strange dot in the middle of my thing?
That looks funny. Is my monitor broke? Is that a dead pixel or something?
What is that?
So we're going to see another 4-gate here. Minotaur going to be the one that 4-gates this time around, though. And Ascension, we're going to see, he's up on 2 gas, so it doesn't look like he's going to be 4-gating, at least not on the time that Minotaur is. I got to give Minotaur the credit here. He's actually doing the 4-gate.
What is that? Are you kidding me?
What?
That pro? Oh, no, mind. Okay, that's VP Minotaur's pro. Okay, I was gonna say that thing just slipped by that Zealot and slipped by that Stalker. I thought that was Ascension's, but it was Minotaur's. Okay. I was gonna be like, what? Those are the worst patrolmen ever. Every single video game, like Sam Fisher video game ever, because they are just horrible.
Well, right now, Ascension is way behind, my friend. And I got to give Minotaur credit. He's actually right on time with his 4-gate. He's finishing it up and opening these up right on time. If you do a 4-gate correctly, you will be opening your gateways, depending on if you're Korean or not. Sometime between 5:20 and 5:45, he was just about right on that. So this aggression going to be coming very early. It's going to be coming slower than usual. But, right now, Minotaur's way ahead. He's got that probe up. Only 4 Stalkers here will deal with this from Ascension. And he's only got 2 gateways that are up and running, and his warp gate research is not even complete. Only 3 gateways in a row are going to be able to defend. So now we're going to see the engagement. 1 Stalker picked off, and Minotaur way ahead, beginning to push in now, and Ascension's going to have to pull probes. That's the only way he's going to be able to deal with this. If he doesn't pull his probes now, he's got to chrono boost out that robotics bay and get that Immortal out on the field. Here come the probes, so going to come down to a micro battle. Not sure why Minotaur is falling back so very hard. He's got a pretty good lead here. Now with that extra Zealot count, he's going to be able to go to work on the probes as well. Needs to push his advantage now before that Immortal pops out.
Oh yeah, once that Immortal pops, it's gonna be a hard press in there for Minotaur. But as you can see right now, Ascension doing a great job. That Immortal does come out. Great job getting the chrono boost on that as much as possible.
Snipes down that pylon though, so he's gonna be supply blocked. That's huge in a 4-gate battle like this.
Oh yeah, because you definitely don't want that. Great job keeping that Immortal just a bit to the rear, just enough to snipe it down, but not enough to really get picked off too early. And VP Minotaur just keeps moving those pylons closer and closer to that choke.
All right, so Zealot's going to move in and go to work on the Immortal. Not good micro there at all out of Ascension. Lost that Immortal, and there's no way he's going to deal with this now unless Minotaur really screws the pooch on the control. Needs to not be targeting buildings. Needs to be on the probes and on the Stalkers. Still a pretty high Stalker count here. The probes coming out, but now all of a sudden a big warp in of Stalkers pushing back. More Zealots coming in now, so Minotaur's really going to stick with it, and then he's going to get the GG out of Ascension. Just going to go ahead and cut through the red tape, so to speak. So Minotaur pulling it even 1-1 here in this best of 3 series at the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
Absolutely right about that. So you go to itsgosu.com, see all the cool stuff that we're doing. Lots and lots of cool stuff, and not to mention that, but we have the new contest that we're going to start doing on Sunday. That's going to be pretty cool. You guys will be able to win some very, very, very cool Magic cards from our brand new sponsor. Not just that, but you'll also, guys, get a chance to meet us this coming weekend and the following weekend at Cybergrounds. More than usual, we'll actually be there for pretty much the all-day Saturday, both times for both of our events. The first one, of course, being our we're going to watch AC co-cast with IT from RageCrypt TV, and then I'll be trying not to embarrass myself in the actual tournament. So, for those of you who ever wanted to watch me compete in a tournament and try not to lose, this is a perfect opportunity for that. So come on down and see that. And then next week, the following week, we will have our first official LAN event here, sponsored by itsgosu.com, and that's where you'll see us do our shtick live. And it's a lot cooler then than it is just watching us on the mic.
Oh yeah, well, watching us on the mic would actually be quite an impressive feat. So. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to be down there with the Red Mage. And, can't wait for you guys to come out and say hi to us, get to see us in person. We're actually going to be trying to broadcast that second week whenever we're doing the IG Live event. We're going to be trying like hell to broadcast video along with audio. So even if you're hanging out at home and you're not going to be able to make it in live, definitely tune in. And we think we're going to have all that up and running for you. So moving right into the game here. Going to be on Mother's Milk, your grandmother's biscuits and gravy in the morning. Most comfortable map in the pool. Xel'Naga Caverns. Ascension going to be spawning down in the bottom left after dropping that last game. And Minotaur, a.k.a. Glee, spawning up in the top right in the orange after pulling this series even 1-1 in that last game. So, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. We're going to see probably 2 4-gates out of both these players. Yeah,
this is, on this particular map, perfect situation right there for the 4-gate, both as an offensive and defensive tool. Glee's been doing a great job putting on that early pressure and keeping it up as much as he can. So this is one of those things. And Minotaur is actually funny between he just as he told me he wanted Tal'Darim as I'm making the game, then he wanted to switch it to Xel'Naga. so he's at least getting his wish. He is going to get to play Xel'Naga. To go ahead and pull off whatever trick he was planning for Ascension here. So this may work out to Minotaur's favor because he did want Xel'Naga even after we had made the game. He wanted to change. I'm like, he does that every time we have him.
Oh yes, he's a troll. He's a new age troll.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, why do you have to make it so difficult? Because you are too slow.
LOL.
LOL. But absolutely, we see the 2 probes there are going to pass each other like ships in the wind and make their way into each other's bases, probably to cause some sort of harassment.
Ships in the night.
Ships in the night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, it's one of those literary references. Got to get that right. Wow. Very aggressive forward pylon here out of Minotaur. I don't even think he's going to worry about the 4-gate. He's going to have a 2-gate. Oh, he's going to cannon rush. And Ascension has seen this. He's got to know that now, and he's going to have to get up a forge of his own. There we go. Good reaction there by Ascension. So Minotaur's going to have to make this count right here and right now. He's on a clock all of a sudden. Really can't lag behind. Needs to get this first cannon down and get that probe up top real fast.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. You need to get that. You need to send that. Now, in a situation like this, would you pull a couple of probes and chase that little sucker down?
In a situation like this, it's not the cannon at the bottom you really got to worry about. If you get that forge up and you can plant a cannon of your own before he plants the top cannon, then you're going to be fine. He's got to get the pylon up here. No, he doesn't. I don't know why he's doing that. That's a big waste of time. There we go. Ascension going to be just fine, and this is why this is so important, Red Mage. There is nothing, as soon as this cannon finishes, and this now 2 cannons, there's nothing that Minotaur can do. The cannon he's pointing down right now is going to be in range of the other cannons. This is the perfect way, literally the textbook way to defend a cannon rush cheese, and it doesn't really matter how many of these he plops down at this point. He's got the Zealot coming in, though, and that's going to be real important. So Ascension's got to handle this just right. So, he's going to go to work on the cannon. This could be trouble, actually. He did plant another gateway down at the bottom. And he should have pulled some probes, perhaps, as soon as he suspected that Zealot. The Zealot does die, but 1 cannon coming in now. He's got to control the cannons and target fire down this southmost cannon. He cancels the 1. Wonderful job there, and yeah, he's going to lose this cannon, but he should be just fine. But he has to keep up with Minotaur. If he falls behind in the cannon count, there's going to be nothing he can do. Pulling the probes now, probably a good call, but he has to watch out for that bottom cannon, and it's so back and forth at this point. I think the Minotaur is actually in the lead at the moment. And there's going to be some lag from Ascension. Come on, buddy. All right, jumping back in. So he loses that other cannon. I think Minotaur is going to end up winning this, Red Mage.
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. Because right now, Ascension losing so much mining time right now, having to pull out those probes. It's one of those things. If I saw that probe down there, I might be a noob and pull all of my drones to try to kill that 1 probe off as quickly as possible to prevent him from continuing to place these kind of things down. But yeah, as you see here, Ascension's just trying to do what he can to pull more and more in, and Minotaur is just pouring on the pressure right now. Because
but that
of course,
loss of that
Glee has been running for 30 minutes. So
right, yeah, just got that joke. But it even says it's Glee time. Are you mad? Oh, what a troll. What a troll.
Wow.
All right, I'm not even going to put his real name up in the top anymore. He's just going to be called Glee. That's all I'm putting up there on the score counter there. That's going to be Glee. Or maybe VP Glee, that'll be his name, but wow. So there we go. Going to see VP Minotaur, a.k.a. Glee, actually just known as Glee, advancing to the... he's going to advance to the round of 8 now, right?
He advances to semifinals.
Oh, wow. Okay, so semifinal matchup. So Minotaur cheesing his way through. Now he's going to run and go watch Glee before his girlfriend beats him about the head and shoulders for, having testicles and deciding that an awesome video game is better than a terrible television show. But anyway, this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR. And Red Mage, a lot of good action so far, my friend.
Tons and tons and tons of stuff going on. Right now we're we finally have our first competitor there in the semifinal round. We're waiting for the other round of 8s to finish up, and now we'll try to jump into a new matchup here. And so I'm trying to find out who is ready to go. So give me 1 second while you run through our sponsors, especially our new one who's giving us so many Magic cards to start giving away next week.
Oh yeah, can't wait for that. Going to be more than $1,000 worth of Magic cards being given away in our stream. It's not like it's not like the old Nickelodeon contest where you had to send us a postcard. No. You and your friends got to show up and hang out in our stream and try and get a gauge on all the terrible movie references Red Mage and I are making. That's one way to win. There's going to be another way or two to win, but make sure you stay logged here to itsgosu.com to find out more information about that. So while Red Mage tracks down our next 2 competitors, I want to thank our sponsors as always, Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and our brand new sponsor, San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. You can check them out at sanyamabushu-goju.com on the web. So they're supporting esports, they're supporting us. You guys, at least please go check all these guys out online. If they support esports, you guys need to support them because they're one of the reasons we're able to do what we do and give out all these great prizes and have all these great events. So, Red Mage, we're going to read on who's coming up next.
Possibly. Give me just another couple of seconds here, buddy. Trying to find the right guy here. So.
Hey, you take your time, my friend. While everybody else is waiting, do not close the stream, but do open a new tab and check out these links as well. HaloTopic.newgrounds.com. That's what you're hearing in the background right now. Indigo League at MySpace.com/Indigo League. And Ronald Jinkies at ronaldjinkies.com. Buy his album, Disorganized Fun. It's so good. It's one of the best albums I've ever heard, one of my favorite albums. You're going to absolutely love it as well. And here's exactly why. I'll crank it up a little bit for you. This is the track Dirty, a.k.a. known as the Bill Simmons podcast music from ESPN.com. So this is on Disorganized Fun. Make sure you check that out as well. So this is the IG Alpha Division number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. And good action so far. Our beloved friend Glee cheesing his way into the Final Four. And, he's quickly becoming one of those players I like a lot, but I want to see him get cheesed back and lose very, very hard.
Oh yeah, because that's always the best way to tick off a troll easily is you just re-troll on him and cheese him out. That's just one of those things that you do, and that tends to shut that down pretty quickly. So hopefully after he gets done watching Glee here in about 30 minutes, he'll be ready to get into the game and hopefully play it out right through the whole process.
Well, one can only hope. I mean, he may have to go change his tampon or something. One never knows. Such are the times in which we live. But all right, that's a little mean. Glee is a terrible show, though. I mean, really. I mean, it's Kids Bop. That's what it is. It's Kids Bop combined with High School Musical. I mean, seriously, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and by the way, since we're giving shouts to our favorite communities and all these guys, we're in no way affiliated with Reddit.com, but I love the community. I've been a Redditor for coming up on 2 years now, so make sure you check out reddit.com/r/StarCraft. What used to be known as the SC Reddit community. But for a variety of reasons, no longer is. I don't want to get into that because I'm not the biggest fan of the BS surrounding all the name controversy and the claiming to certain labels. But either way, regardless of that nonsense, the community is great. A great bunch of people there. Make sure you check them out as well. Team Liquid, everybody knows Team Liquid. It's almost redundant to say that. Well, so far as our stream, by the way, we're going to be upgrading to a brand new program. Still going to be using XSplit, but going to be using a secondary screen capture program. I'm hoping we're going to clean up whatever leftover issues we have left with the stream, and hopefully that'll all be taken care of and done. We finally tracked down the issue. It seems to be some sort of a problem with XSplit's programming along with some certain types of hardware. It's not just us. There are it's a minority, but there are a select group of people who just, no matter what they tweak and what they do, cannot quite get the stream to run as smoothly as it can. So after we drop a little change, drop a little cash on that, hopefully we're going to fix that. In conjunction with Max Integrations, of course. Max Integrations always helps us do everything we can to get our IT and web projects to the next level, and they'll do the same thing for you, working with you in real time on your time to make sure you get exactly what you need. So, still tracking down that next match there, Red Mage.
Still trying to do that. I'm also trying to fix an incident in the chat. So it'll be just another second.
Hey, no problem. You take your time, buddy. I just got to check in. I've got the 2011 calendar popped up right now. And, no matter what level of player you are, it doesn't matter if you're bronze all the way to Grandmaster, we've got some sort of an event going on for you. Our bronze and silver league players, of course, and our beta divisionals, 3 of those each and every month on Monday. Alpha Divisional is what you're tuned in right now. Gold and Platinum League players, always going to be on Tuesday. Our Omega Divisionals are our Diamond Master and Grandmaster events, $20 grand prize for that. So if you're in that league, definitely turn out and take a shot at that. We always have some amazing players turn out each and every week for that. So even if you're not in that league, mark it on your calendar. Come out and watch the stream. You're gonna be impressed. I absolutely promise. And this is just all on top of the other events we do. Our King of the Hills each and every Sunday night. Our Faction Wars, more VOD's gonna be coming out on that. Our Gosu Cups, our live events, 20 events a month, $2,500 in cash and prizes just being given out in our spring tournament series alone, April through June. We're going to be bouncing back with even more July through September in our summer tournament series. So stay locked and always keep your eyes on itsgosu.com. Throw it in your bookmarks. Check in every day or so. We're going to have all kinds of new stuff going on for you. So once again here in Ronald Jinkies underneath, a little bit of guitar sound action. Go buy his album, Disorganized Fun. Great stuff. And still waiting to figure out exactly who's going to be up. This is one of the banes of casting a live event. Sometimes you get ahead of the field, and you just got to kind of talk like I'm doing right now. So Red Mage handling some sort of an issue in the chat. Is any issue of which I should be aware? We had an incident not too long ago where you and I rather received some flack because, believe it or not, some of us don't have time to pay attention to the chat all the time, and we were called a myriad of bad names. I want to make sure I don't get called another name this week.
Yeah, no, it's nothing super big. It's just we did miss apparently a 58-minute TVT matchup between somebody. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Crap.
Yeah, it was a very long TVT match. So Avalo must be playing tonight or something.
His girlfriend.
Yeah, that is
what was his girlfriend's name? Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yes.
Yeah, Arkansas. So. But that's pretty good. No, we're one of the competitors is having a really hard time with his internet, as apparently the tornadoes have completely messed up everything going down there.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to understand tornado interference. Pretty sure that's a valid
reason. It was
reason.
taking him 20 to 30 minutes to download the maps, and then he kept cutting it. So it was one of those things where, unfortunately, if it's taking them 20 to 30 minutes to download a map, and even then it's still spotty at best and keeps dropping.
I can imagine, the latency not going to be the best.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you would hope that a player would understand that that when you're causing that much delay in the gaming structure, that you would just kind of take it upon yourself to bow out. But unfortunately,
competitive spirit gets to some people. I can understand that.
Which I can totally understand, and I can totally decide.
That's why we're here. We've got to make.
We want to play, but we kind of had to be the jerks, or let me rephrase it. Voss kind of had to be the jerk. And,
Voss, you jerk. The hell, man! Gee, that Voss guy. Yeah, it wasn't me that said you had to bow out because of tornadoes interfering with your tournament prospects. Yeah, it's not me. Yeah, it's Voss, that jerk, man. Nah,
it's Voss, that guy did it.
We love Voss. Heart to Voss. But whoever that player was. So unfortunately, it's just one of those things that we did have to pass him up. In favor of the speeding up the process here, because it was almost 50 minutes for their first matchup, and the game was only 15 minutes long. Right. So unfortunately it did cause a little bit of a situation that I just wanted to make sure everybody was kosher. Right. Yeah, so that's always taken. So unfortunately, with the delay of some of those matchups and that 1 hour long TBT matchup, we're actually running way ahead. Of the matchups, and since Glee isn't going to be done for 20 minutes, good.
Minotaur or Glee won't be back to face Gay in the semifinal matchup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Glee needs.
We're probably going to have a little bit of time here to go up, but everybo's really hating on the Belshire Beach right now because nobody's
it's a new map. QQ.
Yeah, that's right. It's just one of those things, guys. You got to get used to it. I'm sure play it a couple of times, you'll be fine. You'll figure all the little nooks and crannies of it. It's actually a pretty good map. Yeah, it is very Zerg, Zerg slanted. But at the same time, what map favored Zerg in the past? Not a lot. They always seem to favor the Shattered Temple before they changed it. Really favored Terran. Right. All this kind of thing. So there's always a map that kind of favors one way or the other. And I'm sure Belshire Beach. This is really its first week and a half, 2 weeks I think it's only about a week.
Yeah, it's only been right about a week, really.
So it's only been a week of play testing and balancing. So I'm sure more and more of that will get taken care of as we move along in the process of it all. So,
one piece of news.
To get used to. It's going to be great.
Oh, I'd love it too. And one of the pieces of news I did want to throw out there, I knew there was something I wanted to announce on the stream. Make sure you go to itsgosu.com and read all about the fact that StarCraft 2 has been named an official game of the Esports World Cup. The ESWC has added StarCraft 2 alongside of Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne to its playlist, and it's a $220,000 prize pool at the ESWC. And so I have no doubt it's going to draw some of the absolute best players in the world. And you know what really caught my attention about the ESWC more than anything?
What's that?
It's got a women's division for Counter-Strike.
That is awesome.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it?
That is, I tell you what, the hardest competitors I've ever met are the female first-person shooter gamers.
Oh, my God. They will cut your freaking throat out, man.
Yeah, they have no qualms at just absolutely ripping.
I'm not gonna lie,
out.
the female FPS chicks tend to be freaking strange too. One of my best friends in college had a little sister, and she was like 16, and she was a Halo friggin' maniac. And like you would go over to his house and say hi to him or whatever, you know, or like he'd be visiting his family, and I'd go try to catch up with him at his family's home. She would be sitting in a room with 3 Xboxes networked together, playing against herself with 4 different controllers.
That's absolutely epic.
Right, and all she was doing was trying to position, you know, figure out little positions and snipe routes by basically, it was like when you played chess against yourself. It's like, yeah, you know what you're doing, but you're trying to outsmart yourself and find weaknesses in your play. That's exactly what she was doing with Halo, and it just blew my mind.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I remember sitting there watching film, all in all, because I play with a friend of mine. She's a hardcore Call of Duty fan. She was actually on the Frag Dolls, which is the Ubisoft professional girls team.
Oh wow!
And she we would watch our replays like constantly all the time. You know, so you spend because of course, you know, with that game, more than one person could be in the lobby watching a replay. Blizzard.
Right, Blizzard. Yeah, you know what, Blizz? I don't care, man. You know, I think Blizz catches a little too much slack, maybe when they shouldn't. But this not being able to jointly watch replays nonsense it's bullshit. Okay, we try to keep a PG-13 stream. No, I don't care. It's bullshit. Period. I mean, that was around in friggin' Brood War, man. It doesn't take a lot to port that technology over. Okay, it just doesn't. I mean, hell, StarCraft 2 is basically just WoW graphics. I mean, really, when you look at StarCraft 2, it's basically just World of Warcraft graphics made into an RTS. It can't be that hard.
I've actually made that distinction several times. That, you know, because I play in low, or I don't play in low, but I have it set to low while we're streaming, just because it's not essential that I be on that, and I don't want to lag out anybody. But I've always said that it looks exactly like WoW when you put StarCraft 2 in low. That if I put WoW and high, does it look like StarCraft 2?
Right. No, it does. It really does.
Excellent.
No, honest to God, I haven't played WoW in a long time, but multiple people that I have as friends that are WoW players but don't play StarCraft, they'll see me play StarCraft, be like, "Wow, it looks like you're using your mouse to move around WoW people." It's like, yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, and I never played Warcraft 2 is another game I never really played, but I was like, oh yeah, you're playing, like these guys were in the Warcraft game, and now they're in the World of Warcraft, and if you know a lot about the lore or whatever, you're running into these people. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I never played Warcraft 3.
Yeah,
I'm so bad. Like, I played Warcraft 1, and that was like the last. That was
I played them all.
one.
Warcraft 3 wasn't that good. I'm not gonna lie. I never understood what the big appeal of it was. The whole quote-unquote RPG elements where you had to level up your boss characters to really be effective in battle. It was garbage. It really and truly was. I hated it.
Oh yeah, but you know what I am looking forward to from Blizzard? Diablo 3.
Oh.
I played the crap out of Diablo 1 and 2.
Oh yes. Oh, that scares me really. I mean, I'm so much of my time, work time and play time goes to gaming already. When Diablo 3 comes out, I'm gonna be hurting. Like, I don't know that I'm gonna have any friends left, except online friends.
Yeah, that's right. Besides the one that consider that. Hopefully with Diablo 3 they'll bring back the land feel to it, because that was always the best thing with Diablo 1 and Diablo 2.
Oh,
you look, and this was back before laptops.
Uh-huh.
So this is,
I was a lad. You and I, you're a little older than me, but I was right there with you. The smell of the LAN party, man. The smell of burnout USB cables and a guerrillion little splitters and routers trying to get everyone connected, and the nerd rage whenever you're trying to get everything set up and the computers aren't that good, and the Mountain Dew and Cheetos. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so bad. You know, I've got to admit, I'm considered a little bit of a loot whore, and that's not because I want the loot. It's because I clicky really, really fast. I'm just a very clicky person.
And what's your APM in StarCraft?
Like 20 or 30. It's so weird to say. When there's not a prize to be had, I'm Mr. Slow Hands, but there's something there that's shiny, clicky. So people hated playing with it, even though I would just give them, you wanted that? That's cool. Yeah, you can take that. You get the money. There you go. Apparently, Diablo 3 does a really good job at balancing that out between the
it's supposed to
the loot Nazi, the loot ninjas and stuff. So.
Anyway,
hopefully they'll auto balance it.
Oh, I hope so. But for those that are still hanging in with us, our viewers have dropped a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. We're still waiting on the bracket to catch up with us. We've got a couple of delays setting us back, so we're trying to be entertaining while we reminisce our nerd moments. And if you guys got any thoughts on gaming in general, toss them out in the stream. Hell, we'll talk about anything. But yeah, we had a 58-minute TVT set us back a little bit. Oh, thank you, Shaggy Dude. Glad you're watching while you wait. That's fine. Still, Shaggy. But had a 58-minute TVT set us back just a little bit. And then, of course, Glee has to go watch Glee because he doesn't have testicles. So, born without them, it's a shame. Or maybe he gave them up in exchange for a girlfriend or for Glee or for both. Kind of hard to tell which came first in that. But
keeps them on a jar and on the mantle.
Exactly. Lets him have them once or twice a day just so he can feel like he's in control. But anyway, we're still waiting on the bracket to catch up with us. Thanks for hanging out with us in the stream, guys. One thing worth mentioning yet one more time, in case you haven't gotten sick of hearing it yet, is that we're giving out. Oh yes, now we got a game going. Looks like we're just about ready to roll. So hooray!
I was just presetting the game up to get.
Got me all excited. Got me all excited.
I know. I got you all excited. No, because we're gonna be streaming. Shaggy versus whoever wins between Find Muck and Schmeezy. So. We're just waiting for their epic conquest to finish up there.
All right, so what we're going to be doing next week is going to be giving away Magic cards. And, and not just like some Magic cards we found in the basement or something. We're talking limited edition on this. We're talking cards you can't just go get at any old store. We're talking cards that are going to be valued at around $1,000. For all of them we're giving out, I should say. It's not like we're giving out 1,000. We're casting Shaggy next there, Source Odin. Shaggy versus whoever's winning in this next matchup. But we're giving out $1,000 worth of Magic cards, and we're going to be tying that in a few ways. We're going to be doing it through some trivia, probably going to be doing sort of a referral program, trying to get you guys to bring some of your friends into the stream and say that, hey, such and such brought me in here, that'll get you some cards. And we're going to be giving away 3 packs apiece at $15 a pop, so you're looking at about $50 after you count shipping. Going to be given out for each and every prize that we give out, guys. So definitely want to see you back here next week, either playing or hanging out in the stream or what have you. And we're going to make sure we get those in your hands. And even if you don't play Magic, doesn't really matter. Wait for us to ship them to you. Then all you got to do is let us send them to you after we've shipped them out, and then you can put them on eBay and sell them and make a quick $50.
Well, yeah, you could do that, or you could keep them and ogle all the cool cards that are probably in there. And of course, I'm watching Shaggy's in the chat there with us, and of course, I got to tell him he's got a nice portrait because he's got my favorite girl. He's got the medevac.
Banshee chick's hotter.
I'm telling you, this is
Banshee chick's hotter, man. She is. Seriously, hey, all you guys in the stream, who's hotter, Banshee chick or medic chick? I want to vote.
See where everybody lies on that. I'm telling you, the healer chicks are the ones to go for. I'm telling you. There you go. Thank you very much, Shaggy. Oh, look, the medic.
Oh, the hell with all of you. The hell with all of you. You have absolutely no taste. None. Oh, my God. I bet you guys are the kind that like to go watch Glee while the medic sits behind you and rubs your feet or something. Oh, my God. Dude, seriously, have you seen the Banshee chick? She's got the dark eyes and she's all in leather. Oh, my God. You GTFO, boss. Eat it. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm going to be shouted at. Medic's hotter. She licks my boo-boos and makes them better.
There you go. So
oh, God.
Prefers the back rub. So there you go. That's exactly right. And not just that, but, if you're, if you get damaged by the medic, it's not like
you know what medics can't do?
You can immediately fix you.
You know what medics can't do? They can't shoot at banshees. So eat a dick. How you like that? How you like that? Banshees win. How many times have you heard of them? And the medic's not even in the game, for Christ's sake. It's only she's only in the single player. Oh my God, I'm so disgusted with the entire chat. So disgusted with all of you. I can't stand it.
Because they're on my side? Is that what it is?
No, because they're wrong. That's why. Because they are demonstrably, logically wrong. Because, I don't know why, because they're wrong, okay?
Thank you guys very much for being on my side with that one. Boom. But yeah, I'm sorry, the medic. Thank you very much, Sorzo. Not the medevac girl, but the
no
the
Epic Foxy. If you switch to Banshee, I can't give you the cards. We got it. Well, maybe next week. Maybe if you switch to Medic, if you come in and start screaming in the chat next week that you love the Banshee chick, we may see what we can do. But
that's right. Oh, you know, and I didn't have a chance to ask. I sent you the link for the artist that did that Team Fortress picture. Did you have a chance to take a look at it?
Yes, I did. So excellent, and that's nerd bait if I've ever seen it, man. A bunch of male Team Fortress characters turned into chicks. I mean, come on. It makes me think of the chick who, you know, I hate to be that guy, but, you know, the chick who dressed up like the scout from Team Fortress in, like, this basically little two-piece that showed off more skin than it did anything else and threw a baseball bat over her shoulder. Oh, you gotta love nerd bait, man.
Oh, yeah, you know, and that's exactly what she plays into. And, I mean, you see the artwork that I have in there. She's got that great one from Mass Effect, because, of course, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, too.
Oh, yeah, Mass Effect's my shiz right there.
Yeah, I can't wait till Mass Effect.
All right. Here's another good conversation. Since the other went so well. What's the hottest race in Mass Effect? Asari or humans? Or another, if you have another one in mind. I'm going Asari by miles. By miles.
I always had a thing for Tali. I got to admit.
Oh, Tali, Zor, and Naraya. The thing is, you can't see her. That's the only thing.
Well, and that's exactly because she's so mysterious, and it's like that thing where you got to have that cool special bond with her or whatever. Now that's not saying like the first time
the special bond. Did you seriously just throw that out there in this conversation?
Yeah, because that's what she says. You have to have a special bond because you know she's got to let you into her suit. Or whatever.
Go watch Glee. Seriously, go watch Glee. Get off the microphone. I don't want to cast with you anymore. That's such a lie, by the way. I love casting with you. But not Tali. I'm with you. There is something about Tali that I think is amazing, and you know, and in the full disclosure, I hooked up with Tali in my playthrough of Mass Effect 2 as well. But I still think the Asari are hotter by far. Obviously, Hanar. Excellent.
I actually hooked up with Miranda first because she's just hot because she's the girl from Chuck, and I love Chuck. So that instantly put it right there.
Well, have you seen like a side-by-side comparison of the chick who voices her and the chick in the character? They really modeled her after her, like completely.
Dead on. Like, I mean, why change her? Really? I mean, you know, you might as well just make her hot and like the voice alone. But then we're watching. Then we were watching actually the behind the scenes and everything, and they got half the cast of Chuck doing voices in Mass Effect 2.
Oh, do they?
Because Adam Baldwin's in there.
Oh,
and
yeah, I remember that.
Plays Morgan is in there.
Right.
All they really needed was Zachary Levi, but I think he was actually doing voice work for Tangled at the same time, so he wasn't able to get in there if they were going to make a spot for him. But and then on the second playthrough, we hooked up with the Asari. I can't remember what her name is, but the only one that I would highly recommend is the heavy cycle one. That's the only one that would just be absolutely like
the heavy one now.
The heavy cycle, the one the Jack. That's Jack.
See, she didn't do it for me. To me, that's perfect nerd bait. That's like every nerd's dream. A damaged woman who's tough as nails but soft on the inside. That's such white knight bait. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, a lot of people saying Ash. Yeah, Ashley was fantastic from the first one. They're bringing her back for the third one.
She was racist as hell, though. Did nobody else go through the dialogue options? Bitch was racist. Oh my god, she was.
She had a huge xenophobia to the whole thing. You know, it's weird because I for the first time, like most time in like the RPGs, in Fallout, like I always have like a girl character and then a guy character because there's completely different paths that you can go. But playing through Mass Effect, I could only ever play the male Shepard because he's just so money. Like
he is. Like with the renegade options, the renegade options. Oh, the best moment in Mass Effect 2 is when you curse out the flotilla judiciary or whatever trying to defend Tali. It's like, yeah, get him, Shep, get him.
Yeah, get him. Go bust him up.
Yeah.
So it's one of those great things, and Mass Effect. I can't wait for Mass Effect 3, and I don't know if any of you guys in the stream went out and got L.A. Noire. That came out. That came out today.
I want to play it so bad, but I don't have time, and I don't have my console here. I'm out of town. I'm not with. Not back in my regular dig, so I want to play it so bad though. And I'm getting sick of this no PC garbage from Rockstar. I really am.
Oh yeah, DJ Final, how is it? How is it so far? Because I'm not a Rockstar fan. I have not played Red Dead Redemption. I do own it, but I refuse to play it because it did take game of the year away from God of War 3, Mass Effect 2, and really, if I play it and it's not as good as either one of those two, I don't want to go on a nerd rampage where I have to snap something. You know, I actually I keep a keyboard, a busted keyboard, around at all times. So if at
you
any
go all
time
German
I
kid on it.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Scheiße! Smash. Und Scheiße.
You know, the sad thing was that was me as a kid playing Burger Time and Kid Icarus. That was like Kid Icarus was like the game for me right there. Like for some odd reason I didn't click into Kid Icarus for a very long time, and I actually broke like two zappers. I was a very angry child.
Oh, dude, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. Hardest game ever made. Oh, yeah. Ever. The underwater section, screw that. I had anxiety attacks over that at like 5, 6 years old trying to get through that crap. But
so DJ Final says that it's very impressive,
right?
And it's like one of the best games I've ever played in a while. Wow, that's pretty cool. You know, and honestly, I loved Heavy Rain. I know a lot of people were pissed off about it because you didn't really do much.
I've heard it's excellent.
It's so good. Oh man, right. I played through it again with the motion controllers because I gotta be a nerd like that and played through it with the motion controllers. And I actually tried to kill off the characters and things like that because I apparently got because every time you choose something, it changes the story arc or whatever. Well, I went through and made sure that all 4 characters stayed alive all the way through, and it gave me one thing. And a buddy of mine had kept all the characters all the way through, and something else different happened to them. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, at what point did you kind of think so? I'm really, and a lot of people were again mad because they didn't do anything. But I loved Heavy Rain, and like I love the little expansions that they did for it.
Right.
That was just such a great game.
Oh yeah, so questions coming up in the stream here. We're still waiting on this. Shaggy's ready. We just can't proceed. We're already into the final 4, so and the other guy's watching Glee as soon as he gets back and reassembles his testicles or whatever he keeps between his legs. We'll try to get him going. So we're not just we're not just hanging out here and talking games because we want to keep you away from StarCraft. We're going to be jumping right back into that action as soon as humanly possible. For those just joining us, by the way, sorry you missed out on the fun conversation. Banshee Chick is hotter. It was decided. The entire channel voted with me. So if you missed that, that's a shame. But I'm sticking. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm AC. That's RedMageJR. This is the Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsgosu.com. We're moving into the semifinals now. I know, Voss, I'm wrong, you idiot. I know. That's me trying to be facetious. Okay. Hard to you, Voss. I shouldn't have called you an idiot. Now I feel bad. But
see, now you gotta say something really good about Voss. Although
Voss is a baller. Voss was a
baller. Last night, Voss was balling out real hard. I was very like the couple times that Voss has rolled over me like pretty badly. He was good last night. You were fantastic, Voss. I just want to say that.
Oh wow, he says Executor Celindus is hotter than the Banshee Chick. Wow. That I gotta say, man, that I don't get that one. I don't find the Protoss hot. I just don't. And they're like dwarves, man. The females look like the males.
that instantly reminds me. And if you are hyper nerds, you're gonna get this reference in the show Blackadder, starring back then
starring Casper Van Dien.
Yeah, starring Casper Van Dien. No, but Rowan Atkinson, before he did Mr. Bean and stuff like that, he was doing this great BBC series called Blackadder, and if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely hilarious. But he's getting married to a girl that pretended to be a boy to get a job, that kind of a thing, and he ends up marrying her because he finds out that she's actually a girl, or whatever. So during the while he's getting ready to get married, his manservant or whatever, who is played by Baldrick, actually gets dressed up in a bridesmaid's outfit, and he's got like a beard, and he looks really, mannish and torn down. Well, one of Blackadder's friends comes in. He goes, nice beard, bridesmaid, something for me to hang on to. And that's every time I hear somebody say the dwarf men look like the dwarf women, that's immediately what I go to is that reference. So yeah, if you really want to see some really good Rowan Atkinson, and actually the guy that plays in House, he was actually in that series as well.
Right.
I can't remember what his name is. Gosh, whatever the guy's name is, House. Like I can't. It escapes me.
Who plays House or plays what character in House?
Plays House.
Oh, that's Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, yeah. Hugh Laurie was in it, and Hugh Laurie was funny as all get out.
Oh, Hugh Laurie's great, man. Go back and watch some of his stuff with Stephen Fry that he did on live television. But I just want to say, somebody just mentioned DJ Final, you're my new hero. MST3K, best television series of all time. Television lost so much when that went away. All right, now here's another nerd debate. Who do you like better, Joel or Mike?
Mike.
I seriously, I'm going to burn your house down. How do you like Mike better than Joel? I mean, how is that even? There we go, Final. That's my boy. Yeah. Joel. I mean, seriously. I mean, Joel's the guy who created the show. He was doing MST3K started in Minneapolis on public access television. He was doing that, and he took it all the way to Comedy Central. He built that franchise.
Oh yeah, and I actually loved watching him on the. I actually loved watching the original series on public access. It was the same thing with that and Greg the Bunny. I was really sad when Greg the Bunny came off of because I actually saw Greg the Bunny in when I was living up in New York, and they were on the public broadcasting up there. So that was
right.
That was hilarious. And then of course they get all the good actors. They get Eugene Levy and Sarah Silverman and
no. No. You did not just say good actors and Sarah Silverman in the same sentence. Sure.
She was actually really good at that series.
That woman drives me out of my mind. She is the epitome of why, to quote Christopher Hitchens, so I don't get called a chauvinist, she is the epitome of why women will never be funny. She's not funny, ever. Never, ever, never. Never.
I would say that about Janine Garofalo.
Oh my God! I don't even want to talk about her for all. I thought didn't her career die like 8 years ago? Can't we leave her buried? Do we have to go dig her up now?
No, we absolutely don't need to. The only thing that you should dig her up for would be Mystery Men 2. That's about it.
Yeah, no, I don't care anything with her in it. I boycott on principle alone. She's that annoying. She makes my testicles angry. But anyway, if you're just joining us on that bombshell, if you're just joining us on that comment, this is the IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsghosty.com. I'm EC. That's Red Mage JR, and there is apparently the longest TVT in history taking place that is setting back our bracket here. So we're ahead of the bracket. We're waiting on our last round of 8 to give us our final 4. And we're just kind of amping at them. We're having nerd discussions. Banshee Chick's still hotter, by the way. Yeah, seriously, Shaggy, I'm there with you, brother. It's 9 o'clock. I got crap to do, man. I want to cast great games. I love talking shop like this, but I do this for fun. This is work time. I want to do some work.
That's right. As odd as it is for us to call it work, yeah, it really is. You know what I've noticed too is since I have the computer on low to watch, the planet is the normal size in the on the side screen. This is going to sound really stupid, but inside the little blue field there that is there, it just takes up that size. So you have 2 different sized planets right there. So it's almost like an Einstein-Rosen bridge. Right. Going on there between the two. So for all of you physics nerds out there like me,
need more physics jokes, man. You really, really do. Oh, by the way, if you hadn't heard, we the first ever North American edition of the Zotac Cup completed just the other night, and we did have an all-Root final. It was Root Slush taking on Root Drewby, and Drewby took it home. And I got to say, he fought through a pretty impressive field. So, pretty big prize pool on that, guys. And if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty damn well open to sign up. So. So long as it doesn't conflict with our events, please check that out as well. But all right, so where's Glee? Glee's over now, isn't it?
No, Glee's back. VP Minotaur came back in, and immediately everybody asked him how Glee was. And so we're going, Shaggy, why'd you have to change your portrait to the
Banshee? It better be no.
No, he changed it to the mercenary girl, and I can't remember what her name was.
Mira Han.
Oh, Mira Han. There you go. Was she in the first one, or is this something new? Because I do remember that that he made a lot of reference to her being in the previous fights or whatever. So
no, she's StarCraft 2. No, she wasn't in Brood War.
Okay, she wasn't in Brood War or StarCraft. Nope. Yeah, because again, I never played the first one, so I have to divert to you with the lore and stuff. Although I am starting to read the novels about Tychus and
you're the only guy I know that actually buys his novels.
Oh man, I buy.
But how do you buy the novels and not play Brood War? How do you do that?
I don't know, because I just wasn't in. I'm not a real good real-time strategy player, as you can tell by my poor.
You're not that bad. You're better than your ranking says. You just got to ladder more, man.
Yeah, just definitely got to ladder a bit more. But I like knowing the story. Like I'm a big story person. I'm one of those people that actually reads all the dialogue in an MMO. That's why it takes me forever to level. And people hate playing with me because I'm like, I gotta go turn in a quest. And like 30 minutes later, they're like, "What were you doing? Reading everything?"
Reading about the minutiae. But so if Glee's back, who's he playing? Is his competitor available? Can we get that game going?
I think we might be able to. Let me see who he is playing. I want to say it's Gay.
Gay? Yeah, it is gay.
Yeah, it's gay.
So IG Alpha Divisional number 6 brought to you by itsghosty.com. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR, and all this action brought to you as well by our sponsors Hypocrite Games, Cyberground.us, Max Integration, and Ready Deep Breath. San Yamabushu screwed it up for the first time tonight. I got through it like the first 5 times. All right, let's try it again. San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. You can find them at sanyamabushi-goju.com. The music you've been hearing while you've been listening to us have nerd debates, which have probably driven away the last remaining vestiges of our viewership. You can check all that stuff out at the links above. HaloTopic.newgrounds.com. Indigo League at MySpace.com/Indigo League. That's what you're hearing right now in the background. And Ronald Jinkies at RonaldJinkies.com. Buy his album Disorganized Fun. So very good. And, of course, special thanks to the extremely long-winded sponsor at the end of that last list, San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. They're going to be helping us. It's through their sponsorship. We're going to be giving away $1,000 worth of Magic cards next week. And you guys are going to have to be here in the chat with us, though. You got to come out. You got to watch the stream. You got to enjoy our banter. And we're going to be getting the methodology exactly out to you on how we're going to be allowing you to win. We're going to be giving away $50 a shot. So if you win one time, that's a $50 cash value prize heading your way, courtesy of itsghosty.com, and of course of San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. Yeah, I got to shorten that, man. I can't work that in naturally in any promo. I really can't. It's like I don't care to say it whenever we're doing the ad shout-outs. It doesn't bother me a bit to say it all the way out. But whenever I'm trying to hype this Magic card giveaway, how in the world am I supposed to be like, oh, and naturally it's brought to you by itsghosty.com and San Yamabushi Jujutsu and Combination Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense? How can I do that, man?
It's just one of those, as my buddy Tim, my buddy Tim Gunn would say, make it work.
Make it work. All right, so we're trying to get this next game going for you. This has got to be, I don't even know how to say this. I mean, it's disappointing, really. This has got to be one of the longest delays we've ever had, and it's been due half in part to Glee and half in part to some very slow-ass Terran versus Terran play, apparently.
Oh yeah, but now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go. Gay and Glee are both ready to rock and roll, so we're gonna jump into their game up
Yay.
right there. So thank you very much, Shaggy, for understanding that we are gonna jump in there. But depending on how long that game takes, we may be able to come back and definitely cast you. Even though you did change it from the beautiful medic to the mercenary, I'll still forgive you.
I'll admit that the medic's hotter than the mercenary. I'm down with that. The mercenary's missing one eye anyway.
Is she missing an eye? I thought she just had like a thing over, like a little.
Nah, she's got one of those electro eyes, man.
She's I thought it was
abomination. But Banshee chick's still hotter, man. I mean, seriously. But looks like we're finally going to be moving into this next match. I'm AC. That's Red Mage.
You got to get out of the game there, big guy. Oh, no, never mind.
I did. I got it. I'm on it, boss. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. Oh, getting on me. You're getting on me. You don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. But this is IG Alpha Divisional number 6, brought to you by itsghosty.com. Moving into this semifinal matchup. Going to be Glee, a.k.a. VP Minotaur, taking on Gay. G-A-E is his name. Gay. And our opening map here, going to be super happy fun times here on Tal'Darim Ultra. Going to be a map I doubt Gay's going to have a problem with. The TVZ on Tal'Darim Ultra is so rough, Red Mage.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely brutal on that. You know, and literally, as soon as we make this game, the other matchup finishes.
Of course. That's fine. They can wait. Screw them.
That's just the way it is. So, that's actually still a round of 8 matchup between Shaggy and whoever won that.
Yeah, they need to catch up.
Yeah, so they'll have plenty of time to catch up, provided that they make that. I don't know what Shaggy plays random, I think. So.
Oh, good.
So we'll have to see what spawns out there. So maybe we'll see some epic ponage right there. But we'll see how this goes here for the TVZ. for Gay and Minotaur here. While we're waiting for Glee to come back, he said he had to take 2 minutes.
Oh, God,
to
yeah. Oh, my
2
God.
minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go get his testicles back out. Something, I don't know. Anyway, Banshee Chick's hotter. Put him in gas.
Put him in gas. And Thor, what was the rest of our one-liners?
There's and Thor on the field. I got a feeling that's been the case in that TVT that's taken forever. It's just like one Thor marching across the field, getting obliterated by tanks, and no tank lines moving ever. But if you've enjoyed our event tonight, by the way, guys, make sure you check out all of our 2011 tournament series, Beta, Alpha, and Omega Divisionals. Oh my, our Beta Divisionals for the Bronze and Silver Leaguers amongst you. Alpha Divisionals, what you're looking at right now, Gold and Platinum League. Omega Divisionals for that Diamond Plus rank. And, of course, we've got our Omega Cups, our Gosu Cups, our Grandmaster Cup with that $200 cash prize on the line this June. Our King of the Hill each and every Sunday, and Faction Wars that we're, it's not going to be streamed, but we're bringing you the VODs on that very, very soon. So thanks so much for all of you hanging out with us in the stream and in the It's Gosu BattleNet chat. And, you know, the stream, yeah, I can understand. You don't want to come hang out there when nothing's going on. But if you play StarCraft, and I'm going to imagine, just take a shot in the dark and say that you play StarCraft if you're listening to this stream right now, just, you know, go ahead and join the It's Gosu BattleNet chat, just ITSGOSU on the chat channel, and hang out with us, man. You know, some of us are around sometimes, some of us aren't, but we're always up for games, always up to trash talk or talk about what's going on in the professional world, be it the NASL, the IPL, the GSL, or the rest of the alphabet soup that is organized esports at this moment. So we really want to get to know you. Red Mage, myself, Mr. Mini-Me, Voss, SKS Dark, the whole IG staff. So thanks for hanging out with us and being so very, very patient, participating in our discussions. And Glee is still missing. It's been more than 2 minutes, Red Mage. Can we burn his house now?
I think we're going to have to totally go for it. I think we should be allowed to change his portrait to the medic.
You know, listen, are you still obsessing about that? The Banshee chick is so hotter, man. She just